So yesterday I'm out at Grapevine Golf Course.
Whoa. Wow,
That's right.
It was Business Wednesday.
It was Business Wednesday, and I was talking to Chris from Community Mechanical, and he said that his wife has actually just leased a car from Fair Lease. So you already know, like Community, they lease their vehicle, like their fleet. Mm-hmm. So if you are a business, you certainly want to lease from Fair Lease. They'll have better deals than you can get anywhere else. But, just the commoner as well is going to get their best deal.
Happy wife.
Oh, my.
Call 972-705-4815 and ask for Connor or Nick, or you can go to the website fairlease.org. You'll click request a quote. Good people out there. They're backed by the Credit Union of Texas. That means they cut out the middle man. We are anti-middle man here. I'll take a low guy. I'll take a top guy, but no middlemen involved. That's how Fair Lease runs it. That's how they can give you fair leases. Is they are the bank. You'll get a great rate. They can find any vehicle you want. And they like dealing with Dumb Zone customers. So hit them up. It's Fair Lease.
Fair Lease when you don't know what to do about a car. 'Cause car stuff is hard. But not with Fair Lease. You don't need a dealership, baby.
Friends, happy Thursday. It is your good friends, the Dumb Zone, broadcasting live to tape today from the Game Day Men's Health Studio in downtown Dallas. It's the Fox 4 building, gameday.dumbzone.com. I am Dan McDowell.
I'm Jake Kemp.
I'm Blake Jones.
And here we go. The program on hand for you will feature sports. It will feature viewer mail. Thursday usually gets us some gummy thoughts. It will feature at least one mention of us not only telling you to save the date, but save the location. The Dumb Zone Generic Summer Event, Saturday, June 6th, 6 p.m. to question mark.
Ooh.
Could be 6:10.
Crazy.
At Four Corners Brewery. And this event will be brought to us by Community Mechanical. We've mentioned them already a couple times today. So June 6th, Saturday, that's just our farthest away event that we can promote. And a
friend.
We would like to do, sure, bring a friend.
It's a community outreach.
Bring an Angelo.
Event sponsored by Community. Bring in Angelo.
I heard it is near a dart station. Oh, and also Community Mechanical, our HVAC company, title sponsor. It's in air conditioning. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Oh, Foodie CK. Very excited about this fact. He doesn't care how it's going to look. He doesn't care how it's going to sound. He knows that we're all going to be in air conditioning, and I'm right there with him. Lots of things. I got a couple things from our day yesterday, Business Wednesday. There's so much sports. What's up with Dianna Russini? But breaking news, I take you now to Ohio, where the whole state is buzzing. They now have their first Buc-ee's has opened.
Wow.
In the state of Ohio. Channel 11's Megan Hartnett is on the scene.
The Buckeye State First Buc-ee's has been open for about 12 hours, and the chain's owner says today's excitement shows a promising future for Buc-ee's in Ohio. He says there are talks of a second location already, and it would likely be in the Mansfield area. He says they look at locations where there are intersections of busy roadways. I asked about Northwest Ohio with the Turnpike and I-75. He says he couldn't speak to any specific additional locations, but did say he would love...
All right.
Don't press me here, all right? Come on.
This is just so funny to me, this whole thing. And somehow maybe this is just America or something, but like the B-roll, the video behind him is, it was like it was the day after Thanksgiving. It's the people are pouring in. They can't believe I can just buy beans. It's just they're fighting over the little plushie. It's an incredible scene, and yeah, we're already talking about opening another one. This is awesome.
But did say he would love to have multiple stores in Ohio.
Who would?
Lots of people took the day to go to the first Ohio Buc-ee's, even one couple from Pittsburgh, but the day became extra special after he proposed.
And took the day.
So this is what we're getting to. And also, we have in studio, our sit-in is Rachel. Rachel Carter is sitting in today. So if you want to comment on any of this, Rachel, is it your birthday?
It is my birthday today.
Happy birthday.
Someone proposed to me at Buc-ee's. Absolutely not.
No?
We would not even be in a relationship if that was in the thought.
Yeah, I think
realm
that goes for
I would-
most people.
I would
think
question. I deeply question.
What about we're playing the Orlando Magic? It's the third quarter. It's 86 to
Tuesday.
72. We're down. We're losing, but you know.
DSJ's at point.
No.
Okay, no ball game. Okay,
No,
well anyway.
Yeah, that's and
It's a
but I know
cultural
some people
event.
love it. Some people love that. Like some women love to be the center of attention in that type of way. But I feel like it's a little bit of a give up on the dude's side.
Well,
because
let's listen. Let's listen.
And the first time I told him I liked him was at Sheetz after work, because that's our hangout.
Yeah.
And now we have this whole gas station thing.
Yeah.
And we saw Buc-ee's was coming, so we drove in today to be at Buc-ee's.
Yeah. And she did not know this was happening at all.
No!
You had an inkling I was going to propose at some point, but
I had no idea when.
I've been hiding the ring for a few weeks now.
The couple says
Like, imagine that. You had the ring. You've been hiding it. You know Buc-ee's grand opening is in 3 weeks. Goddamn, this is great.
I don't think that any of this is weird at all.
And they look like a gas station couple.
Who
a
drove from
couple who
Pittsburgh.
would go from gas station to gas station. Like my daughter and her little boyfriend, their bit became going to putt-putt golf.
Nice.
Which is a good bit because you can go to any city and you can go find a putt-putt golf course and kill some time and whatever. But yeah, these people are just like, since I first said I love you at a gas station, we now go to various gas stations and try their Mars bar. Oh, it's the same, kind of.
the couple says there is a good chance that they're going to incorporate Buc-ee's into their big day, but for today they were just focused on getting their merch and celebrating. Reporting in Huber Heights, Megan Hartnett, WTOL 11.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Good job, Megan.
If anything, I'm a little bit, this is like when you don't want somebody else to call your mom a bitch. I'm not like the biggest Buc-ee's fan in the world, primarily because I'm about efficiency. So I'm not usually stopping at a place that's going to take a long time or add time. I'm expending time for what? Now, if it provides some value to the family, when we're with the family, we will stop there because it's an experience. So I'm not even the biggest fan, but I don't like the idea of Ohio having it. I don't like the idea of any other state having it. And I concede, obviously, that there are a handful of them in other places in the South, but I don't like it.
Did it start here? Is that dumb? Is that obvious?
What do you mean by here? Do you mean Texas?
Yeah.
Yes, it's dumb. That's a dumbass question.
Dang.
Dude, think about what if he was like, where?
Lighten up.
Well, here's the thing. Can I tell you, I'm predisposed to be upset about this. He went to Buc-ee's for the first time 6 months ago.
Yeah.
He
I'm the asshole.
His whole life, he
came away disappointed.
No, I don't think he did.
They
didn't have tuna sandwiches.
They had 800. Right. They don't have anything for somebody who doesn't eat meat.
No, because it was started here.
And Terrell.
This is the
I'm just
dumbest
saying
thing you've
they
ever
literally
said.
had 800 different kinds of jerky.
I think they're trying to get the Buc-ee's to foot the bill for the wedding. I think they're putting that out there.
Yeah, that's a good call. I mean, that's
Yeah.
what Game Day did for those people that said, "Hey, if it gets 1 million retweets, well, whatever. We'll fly." Game Day paid for a big trip for them.
Game Day?
The college Game Day.
Oh,
people,
I was like,
if you advertise to a company,
GameDay.dumbzone.com.
you can hook the company. See, she's in get free stuff on the internet by using your online presence. She's
Hey,
exactly
they
right.
get marketing too.
But-
it's a give and take.
Right.
We've got another 2 hours left, and I don't know, dude. Did it start here? It's Buc-ee's. It's on the goddamn flag. Like, what if...
What's on the flag?
Like, Buc-ee's is it might as well be the Texas flag. Like, people...
Okay, well, it could have started in Oklahoma and then...
What the... Dude.
New Mexico and filtered over here?
Are you just going to sit
right.
here and take this too?
You also want to tell me how the Alamo was a huge win? Go ahead, keep going.
Well,
Texan.
I count bodies.
Like, we took actual classes which covered other stuff that actually happened.
And
Mexico
my buddy,
did get ratioed
if me and
heavy
my
at the
buddy
Alamo.
get jumped by 12 guys, and you kill the 2 of us, but we drop all 11 of you, and then our buddy comes and kills you while you're taking a nap a month later, we won. That's what happened.
Okay.
And
I just want to know where I stand.
Here.
Where we stand.
Damn, man. Threw me off.
Catalyst. Cento just throwing it out there, Jake.
I had a really weird thing happen on my Business Wednesday yesterday, where I live in the suburbs, but I live in kind of an interesting spot where I'm right between a kind of a busy street and Northwest Highway, and then like some apartment complexes that are at the heart of a women's shelter, like it's Section 8 housing, right? So it's just a kind of an interesting drag and checkerboarding of different types of people. And yesterday, as I was pulling into my driveway, I heard sirens and looked behind my car, and there was a like 90s Mustang driving a very slow, like 10 miles an hour, being followed by a Grapevine PD, lights on and sirens. And the guy was at like, he was maybe 100 yards away, and he kept rolling, and he kept rolling, and he kept rolling, and he wasn't stopping. Mm-hmm. So he wasn't running necessarily, but he was not stopping. And we weren't on like a busy street.
Sirens too, you said? Okay, that's
if
a big
it's
deal.
lights, I don't even tell you this story.
Yeah.
I don't think. But the sirens are on. And then he stopped at the stop sign. I guess he thought that's where he was supposed to stop. And the cop got out in a hurry, cowboy hat cop. And I don't think he had gun drawn, but he was very like, he just looked apprehensive, but why wouldn't he? The guy wouldn't stop. I went inside my house and looked out the window maybe 20, 30 seconds later after I'd put all my crap down. There were 4 cops there. They got the motorcycle cop. They got 2 more cop cars, and they surrounded this car. It was just wild to see in a neighborhood. Like, I think what I deduced, because they just let the guy go, was that it looked to me like he didn't speak English. If I'm just being honest with you, it seemed like there was, because they also called over another officer who appeared to be doing most of the talking. You know what I'm saying? Like there was one, and I don't know.
And then they'd look back at him.
That appeared to be what was going on, but I
say?
wasn't like listening. And so maybe that's what it was, but it just occurred to me that if you don't stop right away, I'm not saying I'm cool with whatever happens, but that is like the universal...
Pisses them off more?
Dude. I mean, how do you not know? How's that a language
I've certainly
thing?
done that to get to somewhere that I felt was safer, and I've been admonished.
That's kind of what I wanted to talk about
for doing it. Like, yeah, well, that part on the highway right there was about 4 feet wide. I thought I would get over to a...
And that's why it's hard for me to know, because it did look like a kid. Maybe he thought you have to go to a stop sign. Like, I'm not allowed... It might have been the first time he had been pulled over.
Yeah.
And remember how terrifying that was?
Oh, my.
Holy shit, dude. The high school pullover. But what I always want to tell the cop when I've been admonished for it is I want to be like, dude, I'm a way bigger pussy than you. I'm not comfortable up there. Like, I can't pull over in the road like that. They're like, I think they expect you to be used to it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I might have to drive to my mom's house to be like fully comfortable. But it was wild, and it lasted about 20 minutes. They never got him out of the car, and he drove off.
No tasing, no...
No, it was just interesting to me. That
Were you videoing just in case?
It got me, yeah, but not for like criminal justice reasons, more for the show.
Okay.
Like, I thought if something wacky happened, then,
Because you got to pull out your video.
Sure.
Yesterday, it's really funny because my wife had been texting me about this leading up to the event. But I wanted you guys to know, yesterday was my neighbor John's birthday.
Oh, shout out neighbor John. Great dude. Run into him at T-Thumb every now and then.
Very good. No one's calling it T-Thumb, I don't think.
Exit velo on that one was not good.
But
Didn't feel good off the bat.
If you remember, neighbor John is the one who texted me happy birthday on my birthday in the group thread with his wife and my wife.
Producing a fight.
Then, yes, it was like, you have to respond to neighbor John's text. And that's what caused the avalanche of, all right, I'm going to drop a heart on every single person that did text me today. And I just bing, 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 those out the door at 8 p.m. Just so that I could stop hearing this the squawking next to me. But the thing is, on my own birthday, and I don't care about this because I don't acknowledge my birthday. We don't like to admit the passing of time. On my birthday, my wife texted me at about 1:30 in the afternoon, is like, because she saw me that morning, and there was nothing, but she was like, oh, honey, sorry, happy birthday, haha, I forgot. She has been texting me for the last few days, reminding me that it's John, like she knows John's birthday is on the calendar.
Hey now.
And she's so well aware that we can't upset John, the neighborhood balance of the symbiotic relationship, because he does some good things for us. And
Sure.
And we mention his birthday on the air. So that's the good thing we do for him. And I liked his happy birthday wish to me.
Yeah.
And then he
I wonder if your
acknowledged
wife
you.
has a happy birthday wish for him.
Yeah.
Sounds like
I
she's
don't know.
pretty...
I'd be very, very,
concerned about it.
I'd be on board with that. Also, as you know, sometimes it is personal grooming day. I just want to say, when you go to get that head shave or haircut at the barbershop, one of the great things, I think I'm only really paying, the head shave is the extra. The eyebrow trim is delightful.
Yeah.
Bro.
Like,
Big time.
you
The
can't do
eyebrow
it yourself, though. You can never do it like
You
that.
need to,
I walked out of there on cloud nine. Just
You're what's a good example?
I
here?
moonwalked out. Like, it was great. I would just, I'm squared away
All right.
now.
It's like you just got cable for the first time.
It's crazy.
But I have had the Mark Cuban satellite. Get them waxed.
Well, you need it though. You're like,
But it
unibrow guy, right?
Well, then you won't have to. I mean, it's also trim.
it's
but
just the comb with
But-
the thingy, and it's
that's
there's some
definite, but
weird, cool feeling. It's like
imagine the
ASMR or
waxing.
something.
get
great.
underneath. Imagine waxing. Imagine how good and clean that feels on your face.
And then I had one big,
You won't do it.
one big episode yesterday. I should probably mention Trident Garage Doors first. Trident is Trident Access Services. It actually is.
Don't put them in a corner.
No.
They'll access anything.
A neighbor down the street just used Trident to put in a new gate.
Nice.
So Trident has done my garage door. We do not have a gate, though, but I guess they do gates.
Custom gates, motorized gates, all sorts of stuff. They can help you out. It's veteran run. They got Navy guy, Air Force guy, and a retired police officer. So kind of like the Avengers if you need them for that. But
I had a drive-by email too. Somebody was emailing about something different.
yes,
It's viewer mail day, and like at the very end, they're like, "Oh, also, when it comes to a dumb zone vehicle, we were talking about, should we get a van? Get a demilitarized military Humvee. I have one, and so does one of the guys at Trident Access Services. We talked for 30 minutes about it when he came to fix my garage. They're super cool to see, easy to drive, and they stand out. You stand out anywhere. And then also, Trident does A+ work, and they're great dudes. That's from
Druid.
So yeah,
That's awesome. Is that what they had Steve-O in the back of with Henry Rollins, or was that just
doing the tattoo.
I thought
Yeah.
that was a
Desert.
Jeep.
Is it just a Jeep?
Oh, that was a Humvee.
It was an open top Humvee.
Oh,
Cruising through
okay.
Baghdad, an open top Humvee.
Yeah, I think you can get them pretty cheap too.
TXTrident.com. Now, TXTrident.com will not get you a Humvee.
But they'll let you see theirs, I bet.
Yeah,
It
you can
sounds
talk
like.
about it and stuff, and then they'll redo the. It's good to service your garage door now
Especially
after the
with the
winter,
weather.
before the summer, all that. So go to TXTrident.com or 817-512-1212. The
10%
question I
discount.
have is, because we love equality, don't we, ladies? Everybody
Yes.
wants.
Love our-
You could do stuff that a man could do, couldn't you?
Of course, I do every day.
All right. Are men inherently better equipped to deal with a dead bunny in the pool skimmer than women? If indeed you were with man and you had pool and you went out to clean the pool skimmer, because let's just say that's, you guys do some kind of a splitting up of duties where you do that pool skimmer thing every week, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, he could do everything else. No. But this is, she handles the pool skimmer. And she comes to me and says, I can't, you got to go to that one pool skimmer. There's a dead bunny, not a dead rabbit.
Yeah.
It's a dead bunny. It's a little tiny cute bunny. It looks like the chocolate one. They used that for the model. And so is it that men are better equipped, like through nature and millions of years, and women are less equipped? Or is it that she knows, or she feels at least, that I'm cold-hearted enough that I can just go out there like a computer and pick this bunny up? Because I got to tell you, I probably am cold-hearted, but not that cold-hearted, because I had to kind of look, like when they give me a shot, I look away. So much so that the lady giving the shot is always like, are you okay? Are you going to? I'm like, yeah, I just don't want to look at it.
Yeah.
And I kind of took a quick glimpse of the bunny, but then I'm like, okay, I can't look at the bunny. I had to throw the bunny away without looking at it.
Well, to your nature-nurture question, it's probably, my thought is it's all of it. It all works together. But we're probably closer to a time where, your wife mows the lawn. That ain't happened 20 or 40 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So
they didn't have riding mowers back then.
Yeah,
That's a double.
I was in charge of disposing of a half dozen or so chickens over the last year or two. They weren't all fully grown.
And so was it there when she got home, and it's there for hours, and then you get home?
No, and she might have done one or two of them.
Because that's what the case was with me.
No, it was more of a,
like, hey, the
she's
bunny's been
standing
out there
with a shovel, or it's, adjacent, and she comes inside to get me and says, there's a dead chicken back here. And so I'm like, well, there's also a shovel, and you.
I'm also cut the head off snake guy.
Yeah, I've done that.
She'll have a
sure.
snake cornered.
But the other thing you're leaving out of this equation, the nature-nurture thing, is just how many dudes are like, fuck yeah, like excited to do it.
They want to throw away the dead bunny.
Yeah, and they want to be the guy who answers the call to do grimy thing or whatever.
I don't want to kill it.
Everybody's got some of that in them, and I like that too. I'll be the guy who's cleaning the corners, getting rebounds, dirty work. I clean up the dog poop.
I think there's a part of it as a woman that, depending on the man that you're with, because if I know I'm with a man who likes being a big, strong man and he likes that kind of thing, then if he was not there, I could take care of it. There's many things in life like that. Like, yes, I can move the couch and vacuum underneath it if I need to. But it makes him feel important and big and strong, and I don't necessarily want to do it. And if it makes him feel great, then I'm like, honey, there's a dead bunny in the pool.
Because that's not what's going on here.
I'm
not doing this to help my self-esteem.
Depends on the man.
Left it for Puddle Pools.
Oh, yeah.
New customer, just figure that out. No, I think...
that's right, puddlepools.com/dumbzone.
Drive by. Good for you. You answered the bell.
Well, yeah, what was my option?
Tell her no.
No?
I say no a lot.
You take care of the dead bunny?
Call me.
Call Clayton?
Call John. He's a real man.
Could you skin it and give us the meat, and we could have dead bunny tacos
new bunny
tonight?
The truth is, you should be proud that she didn't just call John.
She was over there. She said, I'm going next door for a minute. As you know, it's John's birthday. Sports guys?
Why not?
You guys like sports?
From the wonderful world of sports, Radio Sports Scoreboard.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Sports brought to us by Community Mechanical. Community Mechanical, they are the title sponsor for our Dumb Zone Generic Summer event. They are also the sponsor of the Brandon Aubrey Show, and that's one of those reasons is because they went out to Brandon Aubrey's house when Brandon Aubrey had some problems. And another company told Brandon Aubrey, you're going to need a whole new system. Looking at like $15,000. So he gave Community Mechanical a call. They said, actually, it's this part right here that's wrong. This part cost $100. We will replace that for you, and this should last a good 5 more years at least, and saved him tons of money.
What will also last is that relationship with community. Once they get you on board, they will take care of you. You got like big weather, which we have. Everything's going crazy over a weekend. They'll come out. They take care of their people. CommunityDFW.com. You can shoot a nude pic via text to Travis at 469-667-7290. And if you do that, he will give you preventative maintenance. Sports, I'm going to let you – where do you want to start?
First of all, yesterday we put it out there. Blake informed me, but it was a little
IG post.
A little brush. I guess it touched us. It nicked us, kind of. If Kyler Murray wears his bad radio Vikings uniform and puts it on Instagram for his 1 million followers.
Well, there's 32 teams, dude. And
there's an
he
association.
ended up on one that has your radio show's name and that team on it. That's pretty.
Right. We sponsored his team, his first ever football team.
There's only one.
And it was called the Vikings. And so it says Bad Radio Vikings, number 1, and it's Kyler Murray's card. And he was incredible. We went to one game. All we knew was that Kevin Murray he has a son who plays football on some guy's team, and that guy is like, hey, would you guys sponsor the team? We just want to, you just pay for the uniforms. It was like $250. So we're like, okay. Never sponsored another team. This wasn't like an annual thing and like, hey, this year we hit on what would be a future number 1 overall pick in the NFL.
That's what I'm saying.
It was
There's
the
a lot
one
of
time.
probabilities here, improbabilities. It's very cool.
So that was cool to see. I think another football story, if you don't want to get to Dianna Russini just yet.
Wait, did you make it clear that Kyler posted that? Not just that like somebody found the photo or something?
Oh, Kyler.
I just want to make sure.
I don't know if I did, but Kyler Murray, yes, sent it to his 1 million followers.
Yeah.
And
that one much less controversial. I remember his last Instagram post. He's a big fan of dogs, and he posted with his dog wearing a Michael Vick jersey, and it was like a pit bull.
Oh, wow.
Do you hear that? He's like, what's the problem? League leader in a split between voice and look, right?
Oh, yeah. He
Some
should have
people
Tyson
tell me
voice.
they think he's compensating, but I mean, I also know people who have known him, we all do, a long time. I don't think he's faking it, but he definitely talks like a guy who's a lot bigger than he is.
I was also surprised on his Instagram, he had in his photos, I think it's posted by him. It's the one with him wearing the bra. Do you remember that one?
That was at practice, right?
Yeah.
The catapult thing?
Yeah.
But don't you find it weird? Like the internet made fun of him for days, but he posted on his, like he's like, hell yeah, look at that.
I look good.
Me in the little bra. Which is cool. I think everybody should be who they want to be.
Everyone should wear bras.
Yes, if you want to wear a bra, wear a bra. The Troy Aikman story is really interesting.
Well, tell me about it. What is this? Is this related to him and Clarence or what?
Well, he was doing an interview. Was it Clarence? And they were just talking about him working for the Dolphins. And he said, I think the Dolphins were wise in understanding my relationship around the league and knowing that I have information that they don't have or can't get. And I think they were smart in taking advantage of that, whether it was through me or through somebody else. And I don't think he means I have information as a 3-time Super Bowl winner.
No.
I think they mean I have information because every week I get to pick the brains of coaches and players from different teams, and they tell me things they wouldn't tell other reporters. And I know the inner workings of these teams because of my job, where I get paid $20 million a year, or whatever the hell he makes now. Romo elevated him, right?
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Rising tide.
Romo elevated him, but it's funny that this wouldn't be happening if the Brady thing wasn't happening, and that getting a nod. And Aikman wouldn't have been making, like, Aikman's the best, but it took Romo making all this money, and then Aikman's like, no, wait, I should be doing that. Aikman would not be publicly telling you, I get to talk to all these teams, the Dolphins are going to pay me for it, if it wasn't tacitly accepted by the league that Brady was doing the same thing last year. We've all decided that's just going to be okay.
Like, give me
I don't care enough to have an opinion on it, but on its face, it looks a little weird to me.
Why don't the Browns hire Tom Rinaldi?
That's what I'm saying.
He's also in those meetings.
Like, literally, where does it end?
Right.
Like, why could you not? Like,
Pam Oliver is now a special correspondent with the Houston Texans.
Because, like, you'll get stuff, not to get too in the weeds here, but you'll get stuff like there are writers who will write for Pro Football Focus, and they will be hired by the Cowboys to do, like, contract freelance work. Haralabob, once upon a time, before he worked for the Mavs, was running a lot of Mavs reports, like, in the background. But if you're an on-camera person, you're paid, you're a star of the company. I don't see how this is possible. And I'm not trying to be. I'm not against it. I think they should be able to go on other media things. I'm not against it from a Troy side. I'm against it from a league side. That it would just seem to me that in the agreement between the leagues and the broadcast partners, this sort of information could not cross streams. And the only way to prevent it from crossing streams is to have different people working for the different job. It can't be one person. I mean, seriously, why would you not just hire, like,
because it should be
every
illegal
reporter?
Or not. Yeah, you shouldn't be able to.
Here's the Mavs just hired Shams, but he also still works for.
I mean, it was as bad as I hated it when Hugh Jackson got fired by the Browns. He went and consulted for the Bengals that season.
Yeah.
Like, during the season, we're still paying off your contract. You can't then go consult for a team that we're not going to play in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
that
but the players
very,
can.
very wrong. Yeah, the players can.
Their contracts are obviously
cut
different,
you
and you're not paying you anymore. But I don't know.
But yeah, the broadcast thing seems really wrong, because the reason I'm so open with you is because I know you're the broadcaster. You'll use it on Sunday, but you will not give this information to other people.
Yeah.
Now, the Brady thing was he's so big, it's hard to, put anything comparable to it, because he was going to be a part owner. So that's certainly a different thing. Than just you're a hired hand. I can just give you a certain amount of money and get this information.
It would make it harder to legislate around, but the end product is the same. The end downstream result is you have a guy who is using his broadcast presence to benefit an individual team for money. So, hey, maybe what this opens up is the Patriots can just hire Dianna Russini.
Like, well,
like, why not?
It would make more sense, though, or it would be more logical if they did just hire Troy's assistant, who is also in all these meetings, gets to overhear these things. They hire this person. They're hiring the person who already makes $20-some million.
Right.
And giving him more millions of dollars. So I guess as far as that's concerned, too, but it doesn't make sense at all. Anyway, I thought that is a pretty big story. Is that leading us to Dianna Russini somehow?
Yeah, I mean, it's the story that's going to last a few days. You're probably familiar with it by now. I don't know how much we've really discussed Dianna Russini on the show. I listen to her podcast every now and then. She does with Dragon Great Chase Daniel, because it's a newsbreaker show, Scoop City, and the Cowboys, every year have some dumbass storyline you need to keep track of regarding contracts, and she's usually pretty on top of stuff, as it were. So the controversy, she's photographed with Mike Vrabel at a hotel around the time of the league meetings. They're at the pool. They're holding hands. They have interlocked fingers. They're 100% boning. They both deny it. They're both married, but nope, I don't care. And I have no idea what their home family life situation is. It seems like where the rubber meets the road on whether people are pissed about this or not has something to do with caring about journalism. If I were to try to get exactly what it is that people are pissed about. I mean, I guess you could be pissed that people are cheating on their spouses, but again, you don't know what their situation is, so that's not really but if you're worried about how information in the NFL works, I guess that is a real topic, because we talk about like gambling lines and, guys get traded based on narrative, and this story got planted by this person or that person. The question I would ask is just, what is all that different about if there were a male reporter, and this has happened forever, think of Dale and Jerry, if you need an old one. Male reporter who like goes out, parties hard, like gets hammered, maybe goes to the strip club. You know, you're hanging out. And that's over time how you get to know this person and they tell you stuff.
Well, Tim Cowlishaw and Jimmy Johnson.
Or make that
drinking beers.
Make that but more than just drinking beers, I would say. I want to say not like, hey, we met up and had dinner. I want to say like guys who are partying together.
Oh.
Like probably they've seen each other and stuff that they can't talk about publicly, right? Like there's things that they're like, hey, I'm not going to say that. That's not really, you don't think Tim and David and all those guys have seen Jerry? Like, and so for the ones that it works both ways with, all I'm trying to get at is I understand they didn't have sex, but is it that different if they do? And then what is
it is favored, right? What if I'm just friends with you? I golf with you,
and
I give you the scoops because we're buddies.
What's the problem? The problem is you think that information is now going to be compromised because, and we've all been through this. You don't have to be in the media to understand this. If you're worried about a relationship with somebody,
you're giving their version of it. It's the same way with the agents and stuff.
The point I'm trying to make is, while this is funny because apparently Dianna Russini really likes cucking her husband, like she talks nonstop about how much he sucks, that may be their thing. It's funny, but I don't really see how this is different. That different than Jay Glazer being like, hey, here's me and Guy Fieri and Sylvester Stallone and Michael Strahan and Kyle Shanahan. And it's like, well, I don't know. I mean, you're at each other's houses. You're spending holidays together. It just doesn't, to me, I'm not saying it's an unfair thing for the woman because, you know, she popped that pussy for him. Dan.
And she's a consenting party.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I don't know. How do you think this all works? How do you, not to say that every female is having sex with athletes. They're mostly not. But my point is just like you get tight with people and that's how they tell you stuff. And sometimes when a male and female are very tight, they may have sex.
I guess it's just rooted in us that we cheer for the person who works hard. Because if you find out this journalist put the hours in, worked, they're all the way up, whatever, busted the story, then that's one thing. But then it's the same thing if we see someone whose dad runs FedEx and they got this job, nepotism.
Now that's
it seems like to take we frown upon the person that takes the shortcut.
But the thing is that women are going to be accused of sleeping their way to the top if they get to the top regardless. The further up they make it doesn't matter how many they boned or which ones they boned. You'll find some ones they boned, and you'll be mad about it and be like, oh, they boned their way to the top. I'm not saying that they don't also sometimes use it. Look, we learned in Me Too, there was a bunch of cases of like, you know, as you would expect, just like human beings would, like females plotting against men to like weaponize that sort of thing. But I don't know. Dude, here's the thing. And I'm asking our media buddies about this. She's not viewed as like someone who slept her way to the top.
Dianna Russini is not?
No, she's like
because I saw one thing where like some Redskins.
Now that was an interesting
GM's wife or something.
That was an interesting side road for me. I think the guy's name, it's pronounced Scott McLuhan, and I remember him as the first guy that I remember reading about him made me think I was an alcoholic. Swear to God, because I was obsessed with like NFL GMs and like the assistant GMs, and like I would watch their speeches and coaches clinics. This guy was going to be like the next like hot shit GM. He came up in Seattle under John Schneider, and he was a full-blown alkie, like bad. And then he tried to get back into the game, and I remember somebody went and wrote a story about him, and he was just like drinking beer. And they were like, hey, didn't you say you like quit or whatever? He's like, nah, I mean, I'm not. I just drink beer now. And then there was like a link in the story. The point is the guy never got back in the
Blake's
game.
buddy.
He never got back in the game.
Blake's
I think
like,
it did
happy.
send him sideways pretty bad. And at the time, his wife accused Dianna Russini of having sex with Scott McLuhan. And there was also accusations of Sean McVay, who was at the Redskins around that time as well, in that Shanahan party, you know.
Did you see that floating around? The McVeigh rumors? Dan?
Yeah, I thought it was Sean Payton. It's McVeigh?
You're confusing what somebody else told us the other day
Oh,
about
okay.
someone else, which is
Was
also
McVeigh, is there like a cat fight?
Yes.
Okay, tell me about what was that?
McVeigh was sleeping with 2 reporters.
Yeah.
And the 2 reporters did not know the arrangement with the other one.
Yeah.
And it all came to head at a Denny's or something.
Sean McVeigh, notoriously known for misdirection.
Ooh, that's
I'm going to
great.
give you a little bit of Dianna Russini. There's my entire timeline for the past 24 hours is just this woman talking about how much she hates her husband. I feel for the guy, unless this is his thing, in which case he's a fucking pig in slop right now.
Very happy.
What if embarrassment is his thing, and that's why he lets her do this, and now everyone's like, wow.
But doesn't it just seem so New Jersey?
I don't even know. I don't think I know enough to know what that means.
Man, I think this is what they do.
Yeah. Is that a...
I think they just talk trash about whoever they're married to, and it's just all, they like complain to their mother.
Like Italian.
Yeah.
Like the Italian thing of just,
yeah.
This
Very
guy's
Jersey
a
Shore.
bum. This guy sucks.
Yes.
All right, there's a little.
You know who lets me know my marriage is falling apart? My mom. So that's good.
Oh, does she?
Oh, yeah.
Really? What did she
I'm
say?
gonna walk over here.
What did she say to you?
This is real. Are we doing this right now?
Yeah, oh, yes.
This?
Yes, please do it.
So I said, hey, thank you so much. Kev told me that you stopped by the house. You did oh, yeah. He looks good. He looks really good. I go, yeah. I was like, he doesn't seem as stressed this year. She's like, you know what? I'm starting to think he's got a girlfriend. And you know what? Good for him.
What?
He looks good. He's successful. His wife's never around. You love this football thing. That's why he looks good.
Overlap?
Absolutely.
Overlap. Also, I feel like they were setting her up to do a Gordon character. Like, is she gonna do it? And then she didn't really change her voice at all.
I think she Italians it up
a little.
Yeah, she doesn't talk like that all the time.
Okay, you're fair, but I could have done a little bit more. This is
good.
To get that laugh.
Okay, I'll say this. That's not how she talks on TV. That's how she talks at home.
Yeah, fair.
That's why he looks good. I don't fight with her. I went right back out. I go, why would you say that to me right now while I'm on a trip?
Right.
That my husband has a girlfriend.
Yeah.
And just keeping you on your toes, you know? I don't need to be kept on my toes. I need help.
She likes you to be in the most vulnerable spot.
It's so messed up.
Across the country.
I'm as far as you can be from New Jersey right now.
Right.
There's nothing I can do.
Yes.
And yet she's out here throwing things in my head.
This one's
now
not that
I'm
good.
wondering, I'm like, that one girl in his office is really pretty.
Yes.
Shoot.
I guess it just illustrates, why is she talking about that? Like, why is she on talking about her husband? I mean, I guess this is what she does. Maybe she does some shock jockey type comedy riffs.
But what she's describing is literally textbook, like Irish Catholic guilt. My grandmother was an Olympian at it, where they are saying something and they're trying to guilt you into their opinion about what you should be doing. So her mother is in essence saying, you shouldn't be on the road. You shouldn't be loving football.
No,
you should
I
be
get
home with
all
your
that.
man.
I just don't care. I just don't. Why is this? Why is this coming up? Why? Again, I guess this is what she does. She like hosts shows, and we talk about our lives. She's talking about hers, but every clip is her talking about some level of dissatisfaction in her marriage.
Yeah, is that just her bit?
Yeah, maybe it is.
So not morality, is it morals, ethics on being a reporter and sleeping with your subject and all that kind of stuff?
I think there are a few different people that get really upset about this type of thing, whether it is morally or ethically. When it comes to the journalism side of it, I think the people that get most upset are either the men who think, Jake said the right word earlier, that they're like, well, women are weaponizing their sexuality and they can't do that. The men can't do that. So they look at it and they're like, oh, that's not fair. Oh, it's not fair. And you're like, okay, dude, you get to play golf with him 4 times a week because you're besties with them. And if that's the way that she wants to play her cards, whether they're sleeping together or not, you can't really it's her tool in her tool belt that she's utilizing.
There was a really funny thing where she was reporting that Vrabel was not getting jobs because he's too jacked. People found that story back out.
Yeah, like he's big. So
yeah, I mean,
the thing on using what's in your toolbox is the same thing as if Gronk walks in with Ken Rosenthal and they both want to interview Vrabel, and they're both in the media, then he's going to get a big bro hug, and he's going to be loving Gronk and telling Gronk whatever he wants to know because they're friends. And then the thought of, we want to reward working hard, right? That's what Blake said. What is harder than having to have sex with someone you don't really want to? I mean, that's a...
Yeah, but she may really want to, though. I mean, Vrabel's a fucking piece, bro.
Yeah, he is.
Like,
but what if she secretly does? She's just doing bits with this husband thing. She loves him. She doesn't want to do this. But God damn it, if I need to know if they have interest in AJ Brown or not, I need to.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible.
That
is very hard.
I would imagine
we've all done it.
The people most mad right now are other female reporters.
That was the other thing I was going to say. It's the other ladies. Like, it happens in my field as well, where you work your butt off, but because you're semi-attractive female, they're like, ugh. Especially other women, it's like, oh, they must be sleeping with that person for business, and it's uncomfortable for you,
right? No one says that about Holly Rowe,
right? She's got it easy. So yeah, I thought Ethan's take on this one was a good one. His original take, which is like, or maybe his original take was he believed them when they denied it. I don't believe. Come on, what are we doing? But I also I don't care. Like, I would, if I were a Patriots fan, I wouldn't care, right? If I were the Athletic, I guess you have to performatively care. But again, I think all this is that, and I think it puts women in a really bad spot. Hey, you go in there where everybody's naked, get to know these guys, drink with them, just like the dudes do. But like, don't ever give them.
Yeah, don't let it go. Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's an odd arrangement to be in. Let's see what else we have. Sports.
I mean, some of them ladies. I don't know that all of them, but there's got to be. Are they? I've seen it happen time and time again. I knew the reporter in Cleveland who was just like the weekend whatever anchor of something. She was the. I'm not trying to put down Sam Gannon, but she, like, when Sam Gannon got here, she was the Sam Gannon of Cleveland. You know, she's from some other market. Now she's here. She ends up meeting Jim Thome and quitting her job, getting married to Jim Thome. She's still married to Jim Thome today. You know?
Yeah.
How about Tony Romo's wife?
Sure.
You think she really just wanted to be a news-breaking journalist her whole life? Or maybe this was a great like one of the best outcomes that could have happened.
I think both those things could be true. I think you could think that's what you wanted to do, and then as soon as somebody's like, "Hey, why did you want to do that?" Well, I wanted to do that because I wanted to have this kind of an impact and impact these kind of lives. And then
had you met
but
Mackenzie Bezos or whatever her name is, you know, does Jake all of a sudden like, I don't like podcasting and doing this stuff anymore. I actually like.
Sounds like Dan doesn't believe in true love.
I think you would. I would do but that's the thing, is that I guarantee you, if you asked her, first of all, you're gonna have to get back to the root thing here, which is a funny way to put it. I mean, just watch the news, dude. Like, watch when they go to an investigative report. The person who's only on once every 2 weeks. What does that person look like? They don't look like the person who does the weather that you see every night. Like the news itself admits that there's like a different bar for, like, you know, for what role that you're in.
Yeah.
So my guess is, just spitballing here, but if you go to work for a network, a commercial network, and you get hired as a news anchor, you weren't exactly Bob Woodward. You're a PR person that they can, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you might have this. Now, some of you, I'll give seriously, shout out to Peyton Yeager. When you flip on Fox 4, she's dealing with some shit. She's at a murder scene. There's no shortage of like insane stories. So I don't know to the degree that Candace Crawford did that. And some of them, you got to do a little bit of that. But my point is, switching over to like, I'm going to run charities and I'm going to market for kids who don't do so good, that's not a big shift. I don't think she was in it to like bring down the system from the estate. You know, I don't I don't think it was that big of a shift. The Rangers go sweep, so we go from getting pegged to anal, boys.
Well, I don't know that's the leap, but at least sex.
It was a very Rangers few games, and I was listening yesterday when the 5th inning happened, and I know you say this all the time. I think this about Bassick too, but Eric Nadel is just so awesome. Getting to hear the 5th inning was insane. The Rangers scored 2 of their runs on a wild throw to home on like a infield dribbler, which is just in a 0-0 game. Having Eric Nadel talk, I sat in my car. You know what I mean? Like I parked, they had a couple guys on, and I'm like, I want to hear him get through this. So
I don't mean to attack Matt Hicks here, but I'll hear Eric Nadel like sometimes add color to what Matt Hicks just told me.
Yeah, I think it works though.
As a color commentator, he will give the description that he would have given had he been the play-by-play guy.
Yeah,
on this part, like he's great.
I think they mix it up well. But as much as I've been bitching to you guys about how frustrating it is to watch guys just have to go 4 innings of the bullpen, the Rangers have like the lowest bullpen ERA in the American League right now. Now, the peripheral numbers are not so hot. So that's more like a middle ground, maybe top third of the league. But they have like a 1.5 bullpen ERA right now. And it's weird because if you look at their starting pitching, I'm dorking out on this stuff a little bit. Their starting pitching, like you've heard us saying that the Rangers have the highest share of hard hit balls on offense, but it's just not fully translating yet. As far as their starting pitching goes, they give up the 2nd most hard contact in baseball. It's a lot. But they also get the 2nd most swinging strikes, which if you watch them makes sense. Like, dude, Gore was untouchable the other day. That guy's...
Well, how does it make sense then that they also get hard hit?
I think it's because you're throwing hard. I think it's because you're throwing really, really hard. And when you do get hit, you're gonna get hard, but you're missing a lot of bats. The relievers, by the way, have a near reverse split. They don't really miss any bats, but they haven't given up a ton of hard contact, which is part of the reason that their numbers, are a little bit fluky.
I was just say it's a guessing game. Like if you're missing bats, they're guessing.
Right.
If they guess right, they're gonna hit the piss out of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, your hard throwers are in your starting rotation. I wouldn't imagine the bullpen ERA stays like that. I mean, Latz's start to 0 for 28 or 0 for 20. I forget the number, but he's shut down the first 28 batters of the season or something like that. And then you're getting it from Junis.
They're searching.
Cole Winn. I don't know. These are just not names you're accustomed to hearing.
They don't have any. I mean, the only guy you've heard consistently mentioned is the guy who is basically just the new Leclerc. Your closer or late inning guy by default, which is Robert Garcia, and no one likes having Robert Garcia out in the 8th, let alone the 9th.
Or Chris Martin.
They don't have anyone, but it's working. It's working. Evaldi gave up a first pitch home run the other night. Was that yesterday? After coming off 2 losses, and then
first pitch of the game.
First pitch of the game.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, first pitch of the game. Gave it home. And then locked it down. But hey, they lost 3 in a row. They won 3 in a row, and now they go to LA. They got the Dodgers for the next few Friday night.
Oh, nice.
MLB. So I imagine on Sunday it'll be the national game. Whatever avenue that takes you to. But I'm into it. It's fun. Go baseball.
You actually are. Jake talks to me off the air about baseball. This is how you know.
Well, the ABS thing was a big part of it.
He believes in the Cowboys. He believes in baseball.
The ABS thing was a big part of it because, I'll just tell you, I want to say 2nd inning in yesterday's game, I don't always know if it was a day. I watch these games way afterward. But early on, Mitch Garver challenged a pitch for Seattle, former Ranger great.
Male prostitute.
Yeah. Thank you. And he got it right. And you're like, oh, it's 2nd inning. I don't know. Well, in the second inning, I can't remember. I think it was Gore. There were 2 pitches that were clearly strikes that got called balls, and those extended those counts, and both those guys, if I recall correctly, ended up on base. And they got out of it, but you're a home run away from...
What are they saying? Are they publicly talking about their system?
The most they've done is say, we know we have to be more aggressive. That's the most they've done. But they are still, I haven't looked today, I looked yesterday, they were still bottom 5.
I think it's the fear of getting that first one wrong, and then we only got one more.
And that is why the rule will change, right? As you guys have said.
I don't know, unless they like this.
Like it'll change to 3.
Yeah.
I would like some sort of early in the game incentive to where it's almost like a use it or lose it. Like you begin the game with 3, and then after the 7th inning or something, it drops to 2. Because all of these, no one wants to use their challenges in the first 5, 6, 7 innings.
Yeah.
They're saving them for the 9th, and then they'll hammer them in the 9th. But there needs to be some incentive to challenge earlier in the game.
They are dead last with 12 challenges. Now, of course, different numbers of games, but there is also there's a stat that tracks how often they should be, and they're way, way below on that. So,
have they had a CB Buckner game yet? Like now I know
question.
this guy, and I'm trying to just follow him every night. You know, like it's awesome. There's like a CB Buck. It's like
up guy.
Who's the old guy that we hated? Angel Hernandez.
Don't you wish he was still around?
Oh my gosh, I would love that actually. I love seeing these guys get that. You want to do viewer mail?
You know I do.
Would you like it to be brought to us by Flooring Direct DFW, who brings the store to you? FlooringDirectDFW.com/dumbzone. Or I think /DZ. I think they both work. Hey, go there and try. You'll have hours of fun with your family. While you're on the internet playing around with the end of Flooring Direct
And when you get bored with that, go over there and play with the little floors.
Yeah, then they're going to be working on your floor. And great deals right now. Let's see.
0 interest financing for 36 months, nothing down. The upshot of that is you could get your entire flooring project done for less than $200 a month. They bring the floors to you. They got 4.8 stars out of 5, of course, on Google. This is a local company. They come out and do that estimate for free and show you the little floors. No reason not to check this out if you're considering a remodel, a little spring freshen up, maybe a gift for your spouse. Just do something. You can just do stuff. Take a little intentionality about you. Get your floors done without anybody even telling you they need to be at FlooringDirectDFW.com/DZ.
Quit being a jerk.
.com/DZ.
Oh, I'm probably too late to do this. Yet he plows ahead and does it anyway.
I don't. That's a day.
Yeah.
That's why.
Our pros are the nicest. We got the best prices at Flooring Direct.
Oh yeah, wait a minute, Uncle Hotmail. Hey, Uncle Hotmail.
Let us look at this week's viewer mail every Thursday.
Is there an email in your box for me?
Got one from E, who wants to give a new name for a Foodie CK segment. Don't you already call it something like on the stream or something? Don't you do
When I used to do it, it was called the C-section.
The C-section.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
He wants the tongue zone.
No.
Why?
Oh, it's sorry, it's...
Yeah, I agree with Clayton.
Sorry, E.
Oh, you agree with Clayton too. All right. I just thought there'd be a little table talk. We'd throw it around, maybe do a poll on the internet, perhaps a bracket of different
Draft.
things. Yeah, and then you guys just want to say this is just over.
Avery reminds us that a paleontologist studies dinosaurs and archaeologist studies human history. Now, to me, this feels like a square rectangle type situation.
Like a rectangle is a square.
Like a paleontologist is an archaeologist in my mind because they're
digging stuff.
Yeah. But anyways, multiple people weighed in saying I should add this to my queue. Travis, Mason, there is a show we were talking about love on the spectrum. There is a show on Netflix called Down for Love.
Nuh-uh.
And it is what you think it is. And you can't watch it without crying.
So
you might be able to, Mr. Bunny Removal, Cold Heart, but not me, man. The trailer was
because
too
the other
much.
day you were like, well, at least they're not doing that.
I know. I was like, you wouldn't watch that, but I guess they're
Down for love.
Down for love.
And I'm the bad guy for watching Life Goes On.
What kind of dates did they take? I don't know. I'm sure it's a fun time.
It's sweet is what it is. You watch it and you're like, regain a little bit of hope in humanity. Like,
is it just what we need at this time?
It is, because they love so purely. Like, you'll hear them interviewed, and one of the guys, I don't know which show it is, but he was like, I just want to meet a girl that's real and that understands me. And it's just one of those very pure, almost childlike wishes to find someone that you can love wholly. And then I think there was a guy, and it was made a bunch of viral loops on Instagram and TikTok, and he met a girl and she was like everything that he wanted, and she really liked him back, and he's like, I need to go to the bathroom really fast. And as he's walking out to the bathroom, he's still mic'd, and he's like, wow, she's amazing. I've never met a girl like this. Wow, I've got to tell my mom. And it's like he's just walking to the bathroom talking to himself just real quietly. And I think every girl just looks at that and is like, I really hope every guy, like the love of my life, meets me and like walks away and is like, wow.
Guys that act like that towards girls, they get dumped on and shit on.
Oh, stop.
It's super gay. They don't
He's
want
not
that.
wrong.
Girls don't want that. I am
There are
telling
girls
you
that
for
like nice
goddamn
guys.
Fact.
Stop.
Yeah, they're 45 and they've already tried all the other things, and they're like at their last gasp.
Tim reminds
That's how
us
I got married.
that Mike Trout has been in the playoffs.
One series.
They got swept by the Royals.
Oh, I thought he was good.
And you, Dan, despite having 15 fewer plate appearances in the postseason than Mike Trout, only have one fewer hit than the greatest baseball player, arguably, that's
in this generation.
That's a shocking statistic. I got another sports one. We were talking about the unique, I guess, indexing the uniqueness of the Mavericks title run and whether we over-index it. Robert sent me a list of teams that were fully comprised of players that had never won a championship before. So the 2011 Mavs did it, okay? That was the first time that had happened since 1991 when the Bulls did it. So it was pretty unique. It did happen a couple times in the 80s, 3 times in the 70s, once in the 60s. But, you're talking at that point, there hadn't been
the first year of the NBA
championships, right?
Yeah.
So when
then the Celtics started winning them, and
right.
That was
when
it.
you get to 2011, that is a massive gap there. It's happened a couple more times since
Thunder?
then. No. There's probably a bench player you forgot, but it was the Warriors in 15 and the Bucks in 21. Good God, dude. We haven't followed that story at all on this show.
Their implosion?
Holy shit. That could not have gone any worse. Like, from the greatest Disney story of all time.
The Bucks trying to keep it together around Giannis?
All of it. Just him getting dissatisfied with them. His,
Kalshi?
not necessarily heel turn, but yeah, the way that the public perceives of him now, that whole thing is just very bad. Like, we are so lucky to have had Dirk. Because the closest thing you've had since Dirk is Giannis. To that level of, commitment, and he brought a title that, and look at it now. Appreciate what you got.
Yeah. Wait, what were you just talking about right before that?
The Mavs,
2011.
2011.
I thought So I wonder other sports, because obviously the least amount of players on a team, it'd be easiest to have the NBA be that.
Right.
But with the prevalence of player movement, I would guess football might have it. Like that Seahawks team, was there a player that won the Super Bowl previous? I would think in baseball it's absolutely impossible with relievers and their one. Like, I think this because I look at the birthday list every day, and you just see the baseball names, and then you see the variety of teams they've been on. And it used to be quite a thing, like, oh, my God, he was on 10 teams. That's insane. Now it's many, many players. It feels like half the players in Major League Baseball have been on 10 teams. Most bullpens, for sure. They're year-to-year things. Like, if you're a 14-year veteran reliever, you've been on 10 teams.
Yeah. This, I don't know how old this is, but...
Did you put in football?
Yeah, 12 Super Bowls where both teams had not won previously, but 9 of them were in the first 16 games.
16 years?
Well, not yet. So you had Rams,
16
Titans was one. But yeah, that's a good... We may
Okay.
have to look into that. We'll go to the bottom of this. I got a couple anchor words that are almost certainly already on here. And I'm only doing this because Jay gave me something good to end with. We've got irreconcilable differences, of course, right? We have to.
It's a good one.
Here.
If not, shame on us.
Irreconcilable?
On there.
Whatever.
Fleshed out?
So the word fleshed
Yeah.
can only have out or light. But then there wouldn't be an ED on the flesh.
Now, how do you feel about embroiled in?
Controversy?
That might have been too much latency for me to consider it.
No, that's good.
Okay, put it on there then, because his real kicker is this ice cream flavor. Now, obviously, we're going to need to have holiday flavors for our new Bluebell protein ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
Away in a manger. That is a WHEY.
That's great. That's really good.
So look for that offering from Bluebell Protein this holiday.
I got a couple anchored words. Kindred.
Spirits.
And unmitigated.
Disaster. Oh, you say losses? I would say disaster.
I thought disaster.
Yeah.
So I guess
Do you
it's
have
not on the
anything positive that's
disaster.
unmitigated?
No, but we should
Because he
start
said
doing-
losses or disaster. Is there an unmitigated success?
Success.
Yeah.
Striking.
Or is every success mitigated?
Big John
Resemblance?
hits me with striking, yeah. It's resemblance, isn't it? You never say striking in that way.
Oh, yeah, but the word striking isn't always just nailed to that because you
Let's
could be
say
striking out.
Sure.
Or someone can look striking. She can have a striking look or a striking presence.
That is the way you would use it, but I don't. Would you say that?
Just deny this guy. Tell him he sucks.
I would say
Email him
striking.
back.
Jake, you suck. I just don't know what's up
Not
with you.
Jake. No, this emailer.
Oh, this
email
emailer.
him back.
Great Big John
Block
Daniel.
his
Big
email.
John Daniel, you suck. I'm sorry. Everything is wrong.
We have an anchored phrase challenge because I think last week we did consolation prize.
Mentally?
No.
No, the word isn't challenge.
The word isn't challenge.
Point.
They want to point out consolation bracket.
It's consolation prize. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I don't. Do you really?
I've never heard that. Block that email as well.
No,
Don't
listen.
ever
with
email
all
here
of these, there may be like some small little you might be able to come up with. How big that is determines if it's on the list. I don't think you hear consolation bracket that often. Maybe if you're a loser.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Want to do some gummy thoughts?
Oh yeah.
Gummy thoughts brought to us by Early Bird CBD gummies. And that's the CBD gummies that we like because they have THC in it. Now, if you get drug tested for work, well, either quit your job or don't use the Early Bird CBD gummies. But if you do want to use Early Bird CBD, take that edge off after a tough day, after a long business Wednesday. earlybirdcbd.com. Use the code DUMBZONE20. It's a single-use discount code, good for 20% off. earlybirdcbd.com, DUMBZONE20. We love Early Bird CBD. Early Bird is what makes us think gummy thoughts. And we have from East Texas Paul, he writes, Dan, the Patreon man. This will lead to a gummy thought. But he said, I'm not sure if you've ever seen the show Baskets, but this clip reminds me of a certain young broadcaster. Okay, let's see what he's talking about.
Hello, I'm Dale Baskets, Dean of Baskets Career College. I look forward to meeting you and getting your career off to a great start. In this competitive job market, BCC will give you the upper edge you need to make it out there. Sports management, cell phone repair. Learn how to become a legal guardian. Ice cream truck repair.
What's the place that you were doing?
Learn to make homemade condiments. All kinds of chutneys. General.
North Texas.
Learn how to personalize your
Orthopedic
license plate.
Associates.
I did. I just graduated with a degree in college management. Not only am I the dean, I'm also a student.
Certainly, Galifianakis has young Blake clocked.
The full young Blake? What is it?
Orthopedic Associates offers a full spectrum of musculoskeletal care.
East Texas Paul, I also have a baseball gummy thought. Has anyone ever purposely swung at a wild pitch to initiate a drop third strike to try to reach first base?
Oh, I freaking love it. Then you're speaking my language. Why not? Why not throw the bat? Do something crazy.
I've absolutely seen it done. Like, not...
Bush league
I don't know if
type.
it's in the big leagues.
Mm-mm.
You know this, right? Have you seen this
I
done?
get what they're saying. I don't know if I've seen it.
Oh, yeah. You got 2 strikes. Somebody throws one. You just kind of do that and run to first. Or maybe it's me like you. I was just...
trying to get on.
I was a guy who, I'm going to use my Dianna Russini. I'll use these things I got. You know, whatever. I got to get on first. I'm probably not going to do it with solid contact with the drive in the gap.
Because you let either one of these guys out on the bases.
Mm-hmm.
Done. I got 2 why Hillary lost.
I have one of those as well.
This one is ballpark edition.
Okay.
Guy who went to the ballpark, Ivan. Ooh, this could be Pudge. He said, "Run the ball, guys. Proud to hear I acquired 2 last-minute tickets for $98 a piece in Section 20, which gives you all you can eat and drink along with access to the Shift 4 Club." Do you know what that is?
No.
Okay. Apparently there's a big club out at the ballpark. He says, why Hillary lost submission is seeing multiple instances where kids will wave their hands at an adult that catches a foul ball or a ball from a player at the end of a half inning. Waving at players is totally normal. But I say after an adult catches a ball, kids wave their hands at the adult, hoping the adult was looking for their SG Sports Center moment where they could be a hero by handing the ball to the kid.
Yeah.
He's on to something. It's now expected.
Right. And I've said this for years as a person who's been going to Major League Baseball games forever, for like 40 years. If I catch a foul ball, I'm keeping that goddamn foul ball.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Kids.
I mean, I've been going to every year, and I've never caught a foul ball. But so if I finally get one, I'm supposed to give one to this 7-year-old because his parents are egging him on, like, "Oh yeah, go get that ball." Like, no, you suck. I put in the time. I put in the hours, the work.
Right.
10,000 hour rule. You're gonna have to when you're this age. You can do it.
You know what this makes me think of? I got pissed off all over again thinking about the that kid who interviewed Clayton Kershaw in 2022 after the World Series because his granddad had died or whatever. It came back up over the weekend.
Where is that kid?
Probably leveraging his dead grandpa in some other way.
Yeah, dressing up as a clown.
Hanging out with Michael Rubin.
Another WHL might be the fact that we went around the moon first before we land on it again in I don't know how many years. One of the main selling points of why the moon landing was so incredible because they used technology with the computing power of a Game Boy or something. You telling me now we can't go to the moon and land all at the same time because we need a scouting mission first?
And to the cost of what? When they run scouting team in college, those guys don't have scholarships, right? They're out there, they're junk. We got to spend $7 billion to get film. It's a joke, dude.
That's what they're doing.
It's a joke. Try to make it make sense, space guy. Why are we not landing on the moon? Someone give me one good answer. Because, think about it. the government, whether you want to call whichever side, they know that if they did some gnarly shit like that, people would be like, all right, at the end of the day, that's pretty cool. It'd be a unity moment.
Yeah, right now it was like, all right, you drove around the moon. All right.
Cool. But
we went farther than we did before.
Are you on it?
They're running cover 2. We got a plan for that.
Dude, get on it.
One more why Hillary lost. In reference to the April 2nd episode, people like Jake saying, quote, I'm not religious, but I am a spiritual person is why Hillary lost. That's from Robert.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that for sure. I don't want to say anything mean, so I'll just move on. That's what I should usually do. But I do have a Hillary.
That's no way to have a radio show.
No, because just on the religion one, it just really gets people upset. And I've noticed that you tactfully kind of sidestep that. So
what do you mean?
What I mean is that
I don't sidestep anything.
20 years ago when I started listening to your radio show,
I meet everything head on.
And your producer was like, I'm an atheist. And all the air left the room. And it was like he had said the F word. And you were like, whoa, dude. Like doing the bit. But then I realized this is a thing you're not supposed to talk about. Like this really does bother people. And
that's always the funny thing about religion is under attack. And
in the last week, I'm just going to.
But people will be like, religion is under attack. It's never been right. But yes, okay. Go out on the street corner and start yelling about how there's no God and see what happens.
I'm going to sit it out. But I do have a why Hillary lost.
The Bulls would cut you.
Now, this is a great. This one comes to us from Benji, who admits he may be a consumer of one of the bigger WHL contingents in America. That's NPR, and especially NPR covering sports. So they have a podcast called Sports in America. They always. Have you never heard of like an NPR sports segment? A lot of times it'll be British, but it's exactly how you think it is. And Benji noted a couple of examples in this episode.
Problem. Absolutely. I think it's something that women sports fans have noticed and not really said anything about for years, is constantly being othered in the sports space.
That might have cost us Fulton County right there.
So wait a second.
Othered?
Othered?
And are we talking about...
Stop othering me! I'm in the sports space.
Damn, that's good.
Fans of women's sports or fans who are women? She said women's sports
Are they
fans.
saying women, female athletes?
We are not here to focus on the content of her comments, but rather the way she stated them.
Of course.
I am guilty.
You're not convincing any conservatives to vote for anybody by asking if they felt othered in the sports space. It's not happening. You guys remember once upon a time that the WNBA and one of their officials made it known that they thought Time Magazine should have made, instead of Caitlin Clark the Athlete of the Year, the entire WNBA the Athlete of the Year. Conjugation issues aside. This is kind of like that.
Volleyball game and kind of just surrounding myself with women's sports, it quickly turned into, this isn't about proving anybody wrong. It's just about, I love this. And I am so happy that this is my life. And this is like a secret thing.
Skip a little bit.
It was just this reality that the WNBA, players just, there was not pay equity with the MNBA.
No.
As a former female athlete on the collegiate level,
You heard
absolutely
him.
not.
No
Absolutely
MNBA.
not.
You heard him, folks.
Did he say MNBA?
He added the M to NBA.
Well, I do want to set up the Final Four weekend. Before we do that, I just want to kind of pause on one thing you mentioned. There's this new collective bargaining agreement in the WNBA. For so many years, I mean, there was just this reality that the WNBA, players just, there was not pay equity with the MNBA. And
Thank you.
forcing
There we
a lot
go.
of yeah, there you go. You got me going.
Oh my God.
Don't get this guy
me
going.
going.
Don't
Look, bro,
get David Green going.
I'm going to do anything that gets me closer to getting in your pants. So I'll say WNBA, MNBA,
Yeah.
Purple NBA.
Now that is a very valid criticism that we could get to the heart of. And if you're a a lot of dudes who, I mean, I've probably accused people of it. You got to pretend to be more about women's issues to like get pussy.
Yeah.
And here's part of the reason why I know that that's complete bullshit. And I heard our friends on the Brunigs talking about this, but I lived it. Bernie was better on women's issues than Hillary was. Nobody cared. It was about whether or not you were going to vote for her. Her. It had to be her.
Yeah.
That's the type of thing that it results in a guy being like, well, this weekend the MNBA playoffs are starting.
Don't you think
ridiculous?
A WHL might just be having a long segment talking about the WNBA?
Yeah, now I will say I think any collective bargaining story or union story is interesting, and they are pro athletes, and I think they probably were getting screwed. So I'm interested in it, but I'm also not gonna call it the MNBA.
What was your athletic endeavor in college? You say you were
I was a rower in college.
a
I was on the
rower.
crew.
Did you ever read Boys in the Boat?
I did not read it, but I did see the movie.
Oh,
and
I heard wonderful
movie
book.
I was about to say, I was like, that is
book.
a very common thing that I hear. But yeah, I went to college at Kansas State in 2008, and I was a walk-on on their crew. And I have never felt shorter in my whole life. And I am not a short woman. I'm 5'8", and I walked in and I was like, oh. But I made the team and everything, and I was there, and I loved it. It was incredible. But also, whenever we get on the topics of women in sports and things like that, I'm very careful about it, because I also have the stance where a majority of women that go to play in college know for a fact there is a very slim chance that anything that we do is going to be done professionally. So I probably believe women when they're saying like, yeah, I'm just really happy to do this thing, because probably when they entered the sport, it wasn't even a possibility to go pro at all, and that definitely not make money. So it is really incredible that women can be truly appreciated in something that, maybe doesn't have an Olympic sport. Most Olympians don't make enough money to support themselves as well. So I think it's pretty awesome when women start getting paid. I agree with Jake that the labor and the unionizing and any sort of labor fight for equal wages, it's a really interesting thing to read about.
What documentary were we talking about where they were handing out iPads? Bob Barker or Lamar Odom? One or the other.
Yeah.
So our buddy Jeff Totes, who used to work for the Stars, photog extraordinaire, right? He's a big listener of the show, and he sent me a clip that he did when he was still with the Stars, I guess last year. Or maybe he still does stuff for them, but he did a parody of this. So he, after The Last Dance came out, shot this video mocking this style, and I thought it was super funny, and I wanted to share it with you guys.
I love sports documentaries, and I think my all-time favorite has to be The Last Dance, about Jordan and the 90s Bulls. Obviously, the subject matter is undeniable, but the shooting, editing, and entire narrative structure of this documentary series is so elite. They also use an interesting production technique that I've seen a lot of people imitate since then. They would give interview subjects an iPad and have them react to what other interview subjects were saying. This led to some really interesting moments, and I wanted to do the same thing with the Dallas Stars. Unfortunately, the only thing on my iPad is the 1995 film House Guest, starring Sinbad and Phil Hartman.
You hand it to Otter.
Sound triggers it off, man. That almost come out the mouth. You don't want to see that.
Bravo.
Juicy
Ben.
cheeseburger.
They're all just confused.
Is this a movie?
What is happening?
It's a charitable organization, isn't it? You said, oh, yeah, lucky man.
What is this?
What is this?
So they sit him down and tell him they have some serious interview with Totes. He's like, I'm going to hand you an iPad.
I love that bit.
And it's just a Sinbad
I
movie.
love that.
Shout out to the great Totes.
I got a few. The chat, Jake, is obsessed with your laugh. You call it the squawk.
Okay.
But this email from GG wants to know what happened to the chimpanzee, because your laugh used to sound like this.
I don't know. That didn't sound too pansy to me. But there were certainly some in the ticket days that I don't know what happened. Perhaps I was just drunk.
So you haven't reshaped your laugh?
No.
Okay.
What? Has anyone ever?
Did you have a laugh coach? Was this
There
really
was.
where he is?
Yeah, I was about to say,
This
that
is
one-
where
that
he
one
was
sounds
for
right.
30 days. I don't
Yeah.
buy. I've never
Reworking
bought
his
that
lab.
rehab
He's
thing.
working on
Yeah.
Australian for 30 days.
So we have an update from DG, the artist behind our Goodfellas poster. He's trying to get us a new couch.
Yeah, how's it
didn't-
going?
It didn't go well. He set up a GoFundMe for us. Only 3 people donated. He sent us the money, but it was the thought that counts. Thank you, Daniel. Also, a shout out for his East Dallas Social Club's crawfish boil on Saturday if you're interested.
That's cool.
And then I got another piece of
Crawfish
audio.
sizzin'.
This from KL, who says, "You guys missed a Words with Dan on Monday. Dan was talking about the guy who shared his lottery ticket. And KL thinks that Dan was going for finders keepers.
But they were just friends. They both, I think they, he bought the lottery ticket, said, I'll split this with you. Give me the number. Because she gave him the numbers.
Okay.
She gave him half the numbers. So.
It's still pretty cool on his part.
Yeah.
Because he could have.
But he could have just said, owners,
Yeah.
On this day in 1999.
Owners.
There's some kind of a doctrine. 9/10
You
of
all
law
know it.
or
You know,
something,
You all know it.
Owners.
The Louisiana Purchase.
I think everyone listening nodded. And they're like, yes, he's in possession of
But I haven't
9/10 of the law.
I just don't
right?
think I've said or even thought of the term finders keepers in a long time. It was rusty.
And
I
then
think since that lawyer on The Simpsons said he would refer back to the case of Finders v. Keepers.
That's great.
The precedent.
I've got 2 more. The first is a ball sack. It says, you guys appeared to have been ball sacked by the girls striking out Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig. It occurred on April 2nd because they were rained out on April 1st. There's an article in Snopes that said this was originally an April Fool's prank.
Interesting.
From
Well,
Ryan.
how did I then read that Kennesaw Mountain Landis banned her from baseball? Was it a prank and he didn't know it? It's just like War of the Worlds?
Maybe he was in on it. I don't know.
Are you familiar with the War of the Worlds? Do you know what that is?
Mm-hmm.
He made it through.
I don't know if I'm just giving
He made it through Com 101.
cool references. Yeah, it's a
It was
big
more of the stuff
reference
after.
on what media can do.
And then finally, a shortened word, inspo, for inspiration.
Yeah, we've had that one.
Really?
Inspo board.
Inspo board?
Yeah. Dude, I think you're wrong about this. I think she struck him out.
Okay, I'm not going to fight on Ryan's behalf.
You know
but
why?
Sorry, Ryan.
This is viewer mail, and I read it.
I'm on saber.org.
Because I also read
Saber.org has the history here. She threw 2 pitches that Ruth swung at and missed. She followed that with a called third strike. Ruth threw. This happened.
Did you go to Snopes or just this guy?
Suck it.
who
I
you're gonna-
clicked on it, and then the end of that sentence said that when Babe Ruth got to the dugout, he was smiling.
Some stories
really
at
didn't
the time
plan to-
claimed
out of
he turned and
embarrassment?
smiled before he left the field,
I
adding
didn't
to
plan
the
to
idea.
fight about this. I kind of just perused it.
Well,
But
I think
if you want
know
to
if there's
break it
one
down
thing that I
tomorrow,
take. There's
we
2
can.
things I take pretty seriously. Okay, one of them is the Masters, and the second one is baseball history.
Yep.
So if you want to,
The third one for me is women in sports.
Exactly.
Don't other us.
and speaking of women, I have a
othering
schoolyard myth.
And to see a 17-year-old girl strike out Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig, we shouldn't ask questions. It just happened. Okay.
Especially since he was black. This is an odd left turn, but we've got to do it. It's viewer mail. Schoolyard myths. Your friend's dad who had to register his arms as deadly weapons. Quicksand.
Street legal.
This isn't quite that, but queefs. Justin says maybe not quite like Bigfoot, but this was a giant topic of lunchroom conversation when I was in middle school. It has not had near the impact on my life I thought it would when I was in 7th grade.
Yeah,
Such
you hear a lot
gross
about it.
word.
Yeah.
It's so gross.
It's just
I think
the word.
The Q and the F together are just an absolute.
And you know what? Maybe the
nightmare.
reason that I think it's such a gross word is because boys in 7th grade at the lunchroom table
Yeah.
were just gross about it.
Yeah.
Words that sound like they are. Like squishy.
Mhm.
The word
Moist.
squishy.
People don't like
moist.
moist.
Yep.
Only in movies. From Matt, this mostly applies to 90s movies from the days of landlines and answering machines. You ever had an answering machine?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
A lot of time was spent on what should my voicemail greeting be.
Oh, this is your personal voicemail on your phone.
No, my parents would let me and my sister do ours at home.
Oh, the
yeah.
home answering machine. Okay, bits.
Yeah,
it's a big stage right there, man.
I would pay money. I would pay money to hear you and your sisters.
One of our first
at
ones,
6 and 7.
we all introduce ourselves. Is Daryl? Susan? I'm Blake. Okay, yeah.
That's good.
White people stuff. Yeah.
Yes, very.
Very white people stuff.
That's awesome. And yes, I don't know, whatever Rachel would pay, like whatever those Jimmy Carter
So much
chairs
money.
cost, I would put that towards
You want to talk
finding
about
those tapes.
GoFundMe's?
Yeah.
That would do well.
Anyway, I noticed the number of times a phone rings varies based on what the scene calls for. Specifically, if someone is calling just to leave a message, the phone just rings once and then goes immediately to voicemail. Conversely, if the character is trying to actually talk to whoever they are calling, that thing will keep on ringing and ringing and ringing. It works great for dramatic effect. It allows the character to say stuff like, "Come on, pick up," or answer the goddamn phone. But in real life, the answering machine kicks in after 4 or 5 rings.
Yep. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That's an unfortunate thing that's been many of these that just removed from life by the way phones. I mean, I don't know anyone who even lets their phone ring, like their personal cell phone. I'm sure that there are people who do it. I hear it in the store, but
it's kind of like
that's how far removed you are from having an object in your living room that makes an alert sound when someone wants you. Now you don't even. It's weird.
How do you react? I saw a stand-up comedian doing a bit on back in the 90s or whenever. If somebody knocked on your door, you were kind of pretty fired up about it. Hey, we have a visitor. Like you just might have a random visitor on a Tuesday night, and somebody says, "I was in the neighborhood."
Yeah.
And they come in, and you're fired up, and you bring them something to eat. And now if somebody knocks on your door, is it like, holy, what? Why? Who would be knocking on the door? It's 5:30.
Yeah.
It's so late.
God, it's wild.
Showing up unannounced? How dare you?
Right. We don't know.
Are you dying? Is something wrong?
And Drop Beth sent a couple of quick drops. She just said this was very important because it was from Monday. And she said she has discovered Blake Frog. So let's go to... here we go. This is the context.
I saw a situation. I had to stand up for my dad because he was getting old man muscle mogged because my father-in-law is on peptides like me. Low energy Blake Dice Clay. Every punchline
Like slides up a hill.
And that's viewer mail.
All right. Shout out to the East Dallas Social Club.
And shout out to going to the bathroom and taking a break.
Yep.
The Dumb Zone.
Are you all in? We are with all-in pricing at Flooring Direct. I'm Rick Renner. Often other flooring companies quote you low to just get the job. And then when they tear up your floor, when you're most vulnerable, that's when they start asking for more money. We don't do that at Flooring Direct. No surprises. We know what it takes to have a perfect installation. That's why we're the highest rated company in your community for decades and running. Go to flooringdirect.dfw.com.
Pros are the nicest. We've got the best prices at Flooring Direct.
Quality Roofing, we've got drones.
Boy, they do. And they're going to take those drones, fly them up top, and get a good look at that roof and inspect it.
They will. I never knew that until you told me last week.
The whole lead up.
I was last week years old when you
Yeah.
told me that Qualis Roofing has drones. But yes, apparently the insurance companies recommend you get your roof inspected twice a year. I think that's a little ridiculous. Let's at least make it once, though.
But
And
the
do
drone
it
makes sense now, though. Because you don't, I mean, if you're going to be going up there, once, twice a year?
Yeah.
You're going to need a drone for that.
QualisGC.com. They're great. They're great with listeners of our show. We've had, tons of people just come up to us and tell us how awesome the experience was with Qualis. I don't have to have anybody to tell me how awesome my experience was. They put a new roof on my house. I wasn't sure if I needed one. I knew that we haven't had a new roof in over a decade. And they went up there, inspected it, and they're like, yeah, you got a lot of hail damage here, man. So we'll take care of it. They took care of everything. They dealt with the insurance company for us. I didn't have to do all the calls on that end, and all we paid is the deductible. So Qualis Roofing, go to QualisGC.com. Do they have a number?
They do. The phone number is 817-500-9008, and all of those are interesting copy points. But there's one final one.
That's where he was leading you guys in it.
It doesn't matter.
Qualis Roofing, we've got drones.
Magnificent.
Why should people watch DZTV?
It's on. It's on. It's on every night.
It'll make you feel better about yourself.
Stock tips, medical advice, what to do when your wife goes to book club,
the meaning of life,
So I can keep my job.
DZTV.
Weeknights at 9.
On More 27.
Deep. Thoughtful.
Meh.
We're going to throw a shot in us before we left.
Awesome, let's do it.
What do you think?
Couldn't hurt. Glutathione is great. Let's do some shots.
All right.
Shots.
Yeah.
Glutathione shot.
Take a shot.
Yeah.
So glutathione I recommend doing in the glute only because it's not as comfortable for the injection.
The glute?
Yes.
The butt?
Yes. We'll face my computer.
Is this going to hurt?
It's not going to be as comfortable. Glutathione is kept cold in the fridge, and I think it is a little spicy, just from personal experience.
So you've had this?
I have had this.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Hear that bell just rang out there.
All done.
Do I have to pull it up now?
Yes.
Okay.
Please.
Believe in the future, but not today.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah. Ooh. I'm so detoxed.
Do you have any questions for me?
Quick one. Do you smoke cigarettes?
No.
Okay.
You know, all these places want your birthday to give you free stuff on your birthday. Space them out.
That's yeah. What are you gonna do? Eat 12 meals? The free
My
meal?
birthday-
Even if they give you the whole month, that's a lot of pressure.
My
if you
birthday, May 15th to this place, June 15th. That place, July 15th. That place, August 15th. Because then I get one free thing a month.
I mean, I'm just in the dojo learning, bro.
Oh yeah, no, I'm in awe.
Yeah.
Trident Access Services, I had garage door bad. But after just one email wrote, could I call you dad? Had a brand new door put in just a single day. Trident Access Services, holy crap, hooray.
Give up.
Door was sad and sucky, flaccid at its best. But Jeremy and the fellas said, just put your fear to rest. If you need some help like me, just call the boys today. Trident Access Services, holy crap, hooray.
Yeah. The website is txtrident.com. Hit up Jeremy at 817-512-1212. And we learned through Grady that if you're a listener, you get 10% off.
Is somebody in there? Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Sir.
I don't know if I'm okay.
Can you get out for me?
I'm hurting. Let me get my phone. I gotta call somebody.
All right. Yeah, we're calling Elena.
Before you call the insurance company, call Frankel first. Frankel and Frankel. Call 214 or 817 all threes.
A topic that I think about every day. It's insane we haven't had another Super Bowl. Did we really get fucked by ice that is historic and never happens? And now we can't have... Like, you think he thought he was going to have one Super Bowl by 2026? Yeah, no. There's not even anything in the pipeline.
We asked... we had our buddy PJ on.
Yeah.
And asked him about that.
He's from the ticket sales.
Yeah, exactly.
Previously.
And he said that's the reason. He said because of that whole clusterfuck with the things. No, but all those people sued the league.
Oh,
so there was like
there was a
massive
seats thing
yes.
too. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying with the seats, and those people were standing in the scaffolding, and they're standing in a concourse basically during the Super Bowl, and they all, I don't know if they class actioned it or they all sued the shit out of the NFL, and I think it's more of just an FU. Yeah,
they got free. Yeah. Do you remember what it wasn't just that like the city was bad that week? The stadium wasn't ready,
right?
Partially because of the hours before the game. Yeah, hours before the game. He's saying that they gave people free Super Bowl tickets to any Super Bowl going forward.
Yeah,
but there's no
and a free koozie
and the koozie. We are not like 20, 26, 27, 28 are all booked. 29, Vegas is the front runner. Nashville will have a new stadium in 30.
Where's Cleveland in there?
Not yet, but probably before Dallas.
Pissed off the NFL more than we know.
That's crazy. Rick emails, salutations, bruvs, during Oscar Talk on Monday's episode. Dan waxed philosophically about how much he didn't get the movie Sinners. He talked for a couple minutes why he thought it sucked. Rick says, it sounded exactly like he was reading from a Trump transcript. So I fed it to one of the AI machines. Should we listen to Dan, a little bit of Dan first?
Like, I liked it. If you had told me going in this is a vampire movie, then I wouldn't even have pressed play. Because I generally I don't want a vampire movie.
Okay.
The first half of the movie is, am I watching a movie? I didn't know what it was. So I'm like, am I watching Mississippi Burning or something? Am I watching a movie about civil rights? And I get it. You know, things are bad. That's bad time for some people, certainly. More than others. But then it turns into, it's kind of like Ocean's 11 or the Blues Brothers, where they're on a mission from God and they're just trying to get the old gang back together. They seem to also have like 12 hours to do this, to buy the huge property, make it into in whatever, 1920 or 18.
Yeah.
I don't know what year we're in.
Okay, so you get it. He's confused. He's like, what is this? He's kind of bouncing around. He's acknowledging things along the way that sort of distract him. So we'll see what it looks like when the big man watched Sinners.
Like I liked it. If you had told me going in, this is a vampire movie, then I wouldn't even have pressed play. Because I generally I don't want a vampire movie. People are in on vampires still. Absolutely. So the first half of the movie is, am I watching a movie? I didn't know what it was. So I'm like, am I watching Mississippi Burning or something? Am I watching a movie about civil rights? And I get it, things are bad. That's bad time for some people, certainly more than others. But then it turns into, it's kind of like Ocean's 11 or the Blues Brothers, where they're on a mission from God and they're just trying to get the old gang back together. They seem to also have like 12 hours to do this, to buy a huge property, make it into in whatever, 1920 or 18. But all of a sudden we can get a whole club up and running with electricity and everything. And so that suspends a lot of belief. And then, of course, everybody becomes a vampire. And then you're like, oh, okay, now we're in vampire movie.
The Dumb Zone.
Got to know the young man a little bit, but also from a scouting standpoint, you analyzed him over the years at Ohio State and coming into the league with the Washington Commanders and then going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Obviously, it's a terrible tragedy, and what wanted your thoughts on that, and also on the player, because you did chronicle his career very closely.
Well, Dan, I hate anytime anybody is killed or anybody dies. But he was a guy that was living to be dead, so to speak. They told him, don't under any circumstances leave school early. You just don't have the work habits. You don't have this. You don't have that. What did he do? Left school early. I always can remember this. We invited players to the draft. And he was one of the players we invited to the draft, and we were told no. We're going to have our own party. His own party was a party at the bowling alley. Charged him $50 to get into the bowling alley for his party. It was always something, It's one of those things. I'm never offside, but they keep calling me for offside. Is what it is. So. it's a tragic thing. Anytime anybody dies, it's tragic. And especially when you're 24 years old and you got your whole life ahead of you. Maybe if he'd have stayed in school a year, he wouldn't do silly things. I mean, when you're jogging on a highway, on a road like that, that leaves it open because I tell you, guy has 2 drinks and he's just a little bit to the right side of the road and gets hit and killed. It's easy to happen.
Yeah. I want to just share this. This is a statement that...
You're listening to The Dumb Zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll all make sense later. Next Friday, 1 week from tomorrow, we will be doing a broadcast live and open to the public. Elixir Uptown.
Elixir.
Why will we be there? We're not sure. So I'm looking at their website. It's like a party place.
Mm-hmm. Bottle service. TNA.
It looks like an awesome, fun club if that's your thing. And we're going to be out there at lunchtime, 11:30 to 2:30. This place usually, the opening, when they open, 10 p.m. p.m. What are we doing?
Being alive.
What? What? You're opening at a time that I would absolutely want to be saying goodnight and goodbye. Look, I got to go.
I can't promise you I haven't
10.
been in this building at 2 o'clock when they turn the lights on.
At Elixir?
It was called something else. It's been called something else.
No, I'm not saying
now
that
it'll
I've
be
never
Elixir
done it.
forever. Yeah.
I'm not saying that I've never been the person arguing at the end about the time change. Dude, the time change. We have another hour to drink. You think your boss who owns this place would want you to not? You know how much money we're going to spend?
But we're gonna get bottle service Arrowhead for Blake.
Oh, thanks, man.
That's a great idea.
Sparklers, big marquee that says Dumb Zone. Chick spilling out of it.
One of our top listeners is a part owner in Elixir Uptown, so we want to support him. And
it's Friday afternoon.
And it's Friday afternoon. Yeah, let's have fun. Let's just have one. You can have one, dude. Come on. Just have one.
Come on.
Blake's been asking you. Rachel, by the way, is in studio here. And during the break, did the worst thing she could ever do, which was tell us how, you know what, I should have jumped in on that Trident spot you guys did before because I just had him out to, what are you doing? That's
not
great.
everybody's
That's the best endorsement ever.
Most
That's
people
why y'all
are
are
not.
the
Most people are not
professionals.
pros.
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever talked into a mic.
I know that's not true.
So
tell us about Try It real quick. Why did they come out to your place?
So Jeremy came. So of course I listened to the Dumb Zone, and I sent him a text message and said, "Hey, I bought a house, and I would like y'all to come and try to fix. I think it's off the tracks. There's an issue." And they came out and actually quoted out a new door, and it was a lot less expensive than I thought it was going to be. I was like, "Oh, okay, that's incredible." I ended up with a really beautiful door, and it's insulated. So the custom garage that I'm putting in will actually be protected. And we got the new motor and everything. It connects to the Wi-Fi. It's incredible. And it was a lot less expensive than I thought it was going to be. And I've actually referred them, because of what I do for a living, to several of our clients that when they are buying a house and they bought a house, they were like, "Oh, this garage is just trash." And I was like, something that will pay for itself many, many times over is a brand new garage door and a new motor, hooks up to the Wi-Fi. So if you leave the house, you can close it. And I'm so glad that we did it. It's incredible. So that's my little piece there. So thank you, Trident. Y'all did an incredible job.
Jesus Christ. And she let me go on and on. I'm like, my neighbor got a gate. I don't know. That was the best thing I've ever heard.
The best thing you've ever heard.
Oh, well, the best endorsement I've ever heard. And we're just, I'm just saying, I'm floundering around.
I'm excited for your pool one as well, because I have many clients. I have one right now, and they're just like, we just moved here. I don't really have someone that does that type of thing. And so it now gives me someone in my pocket to be like, "Hey, I don't have a pool, but this is someone that's recommended."
Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at what we're doing, Jake.
It's changing the world.
Don't talk about the bunny though. That wasn't my pool company. My pool company, Puddle Pools, did not put the bunny in the skin.
Oh man, that would be what movie is that where they boil the bunny? Is that,
you could ask.
It was Easter.
Oh,
maybe it was a little
damn.
gift. I didn't even know they had left me that gift. All right. So, anything else before we do news? Damn it.
Answer it.
No, it's spam. Do you ever turn off your... Somebody was calling me last week, and I knew it was from a number I wouldn't know, but I had to be ready to pick up, so then you turn off the thing that turns off the...
Here's Jake with the dumb.
I realized I was going nowhere. News today is brought to us by Poncho.
Big ups.
Poncho
I wore
Outdoors.
my poncho today.
Oh, you did?
Look, poncho's good all year, but it's poncho season right now. They've got the long sleeve, which Blake takes advantage of for the fall, but the spring and the summer is where poncho shines. It's got the SPF 15. It's moisture wicking if you're a sweaty boy like me. It's ultra light. It's not going to show all the sweat. It's the perfect shirt for
you look great
for being outside. So go to Poncho.
You could wear that to your white party.
Outdoors.com/dumbzone. That is Poncho. Outdoors.com/dumbzone for 10% off, or excuse me, $10 off and free shipping. Go try a shirt out today. I got a big story that's going to probably take the bulk of our time here. So we'll run through a couple quicker ones first. So San Antonio and Austin. I guess San Antonio just launched Waymo, and Austin launched about 6-8 months ago. So they're compiling reports of like the sorts of missteps that these cars have taken. And one of them down in Austin that happened over the weekend was one of them ran over a duck. Not a bunny, but a duck. Okay? In like a pretty nice neighborhood in Austin. The Mueller community. They have a big pond. And
did they have one of those signs on the side with just the picture of the big duck and then the tiny little ducks behind it?
They might have. And there's a tap room and bottle shop down there, like on the lake where there's the ducks come and gather. And it's like a thing that the ducks are a regular at this bar. Well,
yeah. I like that bit sometimes.
So do I. But the robot car doesn't care.
We could have sent that robot car to take the bunny out of the skin.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I've read about this in other cities, and it's kind of a NIMBY thing. Quote unquote progressive cities are not Dallas. Dallas is leaning in, but a lot of these progressive cities are jamming themselves up on technology and innovation and things that can make life better because of stuff like this. Like, oh, it's going to be like it's we're going to have to cut down this tree to make sure that or what if it hits a dog, or what if it hits a duck? And I'm here to tell you, we're going to have to break a few eggs. Like, if it means that you don't have to drive a car anymore in 15 years, then they can eradicate the duck population of the U.S. by way of autonomous vehicle execution.
Yeah, one duck will get everybody up in arms, yet people like go out.
Drive the wrong way on the freeway after 10 beers?
No, sure, we can liken it to other events, but I'm saying there's a lot of people in that neighborhood that might go out, take their gun, their dog, and go search for ducks and on purpose kill them. Like, intentionally kill them. Like, this Waymo wasn't doing it on purpose.
Or maybe it was trying to fit in. But
we
make a distinction between
Texas.
the ducks that we hunt and the ducks that come to our bottle shop, sir.
Do you think that they were upset because they think, well, what if that was the family dog, or what if that was a small child or something like that? Is that the argument they're making, that if it's going to hit a duck, what if it hits something more important than a duck? Is that what it is?
Dante Moore or Dylan Raiola.
Or Garrett Blunt or Dylan
Michael James.
Dinneman.
How, you were just holding that?
I wanted the story to develop. It was the first thing I thought of.
Charlie Conway. Or Kenny Wu.
Corey Perry.
Okay, now
Y'all are so impressed.
Or Julie the cat from Bangor, Maine. Anyways, it's probably that, but also the car's not trained to miss the duck. The car's trained to miss a person. So to assume that it's like, well, it hit a duck, couldn't it then hit a person? No. Not by the same, like, it might hit a person, but you know what I'm saying?
That person resembles
a duck. Yeah. And also, I don't care if it hits the dog. I would trade right now residential domestic dog ownership for Americans no longer having to drive cars.
Should dogs
You'd
be out
make
in
the trade
streets
right now. Well,
without
no.
a leash, just walking in the street?
I'm not a fan of that, but you know, some people, the people who do it generally seem to be pretty on top of it.
Well,
I'm amazed by it, but
right, yes, I got an old guy in my neighborhood walks around with his dog.
like he's freaking
It runs right back
dude.
to him.
Cesar
But I'll
style.
walk around because you know where I live. It's near 3 cul-de-sacs, so there's not a lot of traffic. So I will walk out there and take my dogs off the leash and just let them kind of walk around a little bit. They have this thing. It's like good-looking girls. You don't understand. You girls don't understand what real life is like. Like, oh, I thought it's easy to go to the bar. I don't have any money, but I just went to the bar. Yeah, I'll just have somebody buy me a drink. That's just how life works, right? They think that is like if we don't have any money, we can be like, oh, let's go to the bar. It's fine. Somebody will buy me a drink.
Well, I'm hungry. I'll fake go on a date with this guy so he'll buy my meal.
Right.
Yep.
But my
I
dog.
need a story about AJ Brown. No, I'm just playing.
My dog thinks, you know, when he sees a human, they talk like this. Like every human talks like, oh, like that. He also thinks he has the power to stop giant machinery coming at him. Because every time he's walked across the street,
The car stopped.
the car stops. I walk out, I pick him up. Sorry. Walk back. So, but in his mind, that's how things work. He does not realize that it's dangerous.
Yeah.
That's why we need a Waymo out there just to kind of run him over occasionally.
Yes.
So that, or maybe it runs his brother over and he can say, oh, okay, okay. That's why they yell every time I run to the street.
Dude, I keep leaving my dog out no leash, just praying to
Open.
Waymo. There's just
Jake's going to get canceled by
nothing
the dog lovers.
Nothing coming around the corner.
Nah, if you saw his dog and you love dogs, you'd be like, yeah.
Oh, we can sacrifice that
It's
one?
got a big, like, Mount St. Helens pus thing on its back. It's
Oh,
always
I
shooting
forgot.
it out.
Yep, I remember.
I was
put it
thinking about
down?
just letting
Got
it
in my
out when all
eye the
those
other
cops
day.
were there. Maybe something would happen.
I want to
Put the dog down.
I want to put out a controversy watch. This
It's
is
such a
something I
friendly
like
dog,
to do.
though. You can't put it down. I'm with Jake. You got to just kind of pray for some other thing to happen to it,
So they're doing a bunch of stuff to the Alamo.
which I do every night.
They're flipping the Alamo. I don't know. They're updating the Alamo.
Every time I go there, they're doing that.
Too many load-bearing walls.
2028,
Weren't we
they
there
got
last-
a big grand
Put some
opening.
shit like
Yeah,
that?
they're still dealing with that. They're opening like a theater in it,
They want an open concept.
and because
They want to entertain.
they have a
They
theater
called
in
Flowing
it,
Direct.
they should get a new gate, right?
Yeah.
Called Trident?
That
Right in the
help.
front.
If Trident was there, however many years ago, that
They would never gotten in.
Yeah.
So they have a new theater. They're going to turn it into a content place. So they need a film. Would you like to guess who's writing that film?
Oh,
The Yellowstone guy?
is it Taylor Sheridan?
Hell yeah, brother.
Of course,
Oh my god.
I thought he was doing Frisco King.
bro. You don't know the.
You can just-
Listen, if there's one
Is
thing I
Phil
respect
Collins doing
about
the
the guy,
score?
well, I'm just putting this out here to let you know that everyone's going to be mad about this because of wokies like you who read the book about the Alamo and how it was actually.
you want the
everyone
history
did.
that you want.
Yeah, no, people are not going to be happy about this. There's no way.
They're not going to be happy with this.
No, because it'll be straight up whitewashed American.
Yes,
like,
Taylor Sheridan's not going to write the real story.
Yeah,
It's gonna
people
look like
me
propaganda.
will be like, "Where's the real story?" Because I mean, Greg Abbott hired him to do this.
Okay, so this
Oh.
just be another layer of okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So most people will be happy.
Yeah. I don't know what counts as most, but yeah, sure.
If you took Texas history in 6th grade and all those, this will probably be very similar to that.
Well, no, let's play it out both ways. One way, Taylor Sheridan writes this at the behest of the governor, and it's the exact Davy Crockett story that your grandma watched when she was a little girl for 5 cents at the movie theater.
Well, John Wayne stars in the movie, but yes, yeah, that's the story.
Or we hire, your guy,
Howard Zinn,
some guy with a ponytail, or probably tattoos on his arms and a nose ring, and he writes the
Couldn't
tale.
we just get like a professor? Like, what is? Why does he have
Yeah,
to
or
work at a
that.
vape shop?
No, he has to. He flips his skateboard up and
Right.
grabs it and sticks it under his arm, and he hands you the script.
Yep.
And he says, "Don't change a word."
Hey, white man, you guilty?
Right.
Let me tell you.
And
about
he's like,
Texas.
I won't take money on this stolen land, but I will give you this.
All right, so we got to move.
Then they air that. Okay.
This is going to take some time. Go ahead. So this comes to us from Godley, and I'm pretty sure that we've done this story before. Blake, you have any mascot thoughts?
Well, Wildcats.
Okay. Smallish town, right?
Yeah.
Let's say
got a brand new stadium that's pretty badass.
I think we've had their play-by-play guys in studio before.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I've got like a Godley softball shirt.
I think you're right.
Unless I went to Godley and bought that for some reason.
Town of about 5,000. Controversy in the news. And I, rather than telling you this story, I'm just going to go to Fox 4's David Centendary and his poncho shirt.
Mm-hmm.
This is now my favorite reporter in DFW, and I'm not BSing. I'm a local news connoisseur. I love this dude. He was rocking the mustache for a while. He's just the guy they have on the scene now. He's very to the point.
You don't know what he's going to be wearing.
He's going to be wearing a poncho.
It could be polka dotted. It could be whatever.
From Poncho Outdoors?
Yes.
Okay.
But here's I think he'll explain the story in this, and we'll have to stop and start it, but this is the way we're going to proceed. So go ahead, Clayton.
Allegations involving police officials, prostitution, and a whole lot more.
I have not spoken to them. I don't know what their investigation is or what is going on.
Ashley Ketcherside at the center of an ongoing prostitution conspiracy investigation by the Johnson County District Attorney's Office and Texas DPS. Her husband, Michael Ketcherside, charged with continuous promotion of prostitution. Former Godley Chief of Police, Matthew Cantrell, charged with promoting prostitution. Former Godley police officer, Solomon Omatoya, charged with soliciting prostitution. Was there prostitution between you, the former chief of police, and that officer?
Absolutely not.
We'll get back to that momentarily, but first, remember, in 2023, Fox 4 broke news that Ketcherside, a convicted prostitute advertising on escort websites, was volunteering on a Godley ISD committee, which, in part, designed sexual education curriculum. She was later removed from multiple positions.
Give me a quick pause here. So what we have going on here, beyond the current case, is a woman who back in 2023 was volunteering, a parent in Godley ISD, on one of the committees they have that reviews the curriculum. In particular, this committee was reviewing the sex ed curriculum in the district.
Who better?
She is a parent in the district. She volunteered her time to do this. She's still married. Her husband is this former police officer. They have 3 kids. This was 2023, was convicted, I believe, in 12 and 16 of prostitution. And she does advertise herself on an escort website, or did. And that's how, at the time, they figured all this out. That her email was associated with that. People started digging. Probably somebody didn't like her, right? She's in Godley. And I think that's going to be an important thing to note here, because I don't care what not only what women do with their body, the man side of it, I think should be legal, whatever. But you got to know you're in Godley. And now you're in a world where the values are a little bit different. And if they find this out, they're going to try to push you out of society. And so that happened back then, right? And she was kicked out of the committee. And now this story's coming back up. There's going to be another pause here quickly, but go ahead.
Designed sexual education curriculum. She was later removed from multiple positions within the school district.
I truly cannot believe that we're still dealing with this 3 years later.
Godley ISD trustee Kayla Lane blew the whistle to Fox 4 about that story.
Pause. This woman here, a trustee, they're interviewing her now because she was the one that in 23 found out that this woman was an escort. I went to high school with this person.
Oh, wow.
And her husband, I grew up with her husband. And they're very involved in like Facebook. I've come to learn a lot of posts. She's a school board member. I believe their kids are homeschooled.
Okay.
Whatever.
Well, then why
she's on the school board.
Why is she getting involved with
your
the
tax
ISD?
dollars are still involved, so that's always a tricky thing. But it is suspicious. And I'll just say this to avoid any legal trouble for myself or pissing anybody off. I'm not surprised.
Yeah. I was going to say,
that's my first question. Is any of this shocking? Is this
absolutely perfect? It's just perfect. Okay.
We'll back to her soon. As for the current criminal investigation,
I love this guy's.
Oh yeah.
Hold on, pause it. So
his narrative ways are very.
Just I'm gonna let prostitute say something. We'll get back to that.
We'll get back to her.
I like. Okay. Here's this. We'll return to her. This guy's got a whole story going.
Chekhov's gun.
This is great. Okay.
We'll circle back to her soon. As for the current criminal investigation, are you active on any escort pages right now?
I'm not.
Court documents accuse Ketcherside and her husband of racketeering, operating an illegal business or scheme to make profit while involving coercion, fraud, or extortion. In defending her husband, she disputes the basis for those claims.
He's a great husband, an amazing father to my 3 kids, and I believe in the justice system.
Investigators searched the Ketcherside's home last month. Court documents reveal they seized Ashley's burner phone and uncovered a large number of prostitution clients, including former Officer Omatoya, who solicited Ashley for sex in exchange for doing yard work and other favors. Omatoya led investigators to former Chief Cantrell. According to the documents, investigators uncovered Godley police officers and their spouses would frequently spend time at Ashley and Michael's residence, where Ashley was reportedly...
Pause.
Amazing.
So this photo that you see here on the screen now, boys, is her in a Sagan 91 jersey that's long so as to show like no pants really and like hot cowboy boots. That photo is the photo she was using on escort sites.
Damn.
Because that's the one that was coming out yesterday, and that's the first picture I saw. Somebody was like, Sagan fan. Then I sit down last night to watch the Fox 4 interview. What's she wearing?
The same Sagan.
Yo, she's just
Doesn't
straight
seem
up
like
trolling.
She wouldn't do that? Yeah.
She is just like, she's letting them know, like, hey, I'm just messing with you here. Like, you can't stop me from doing this, because she's been convicted twice. And as you'll hear her say, she says, like, I'm not a prostitute. I've never been a prostitute. But what consenting adults do with their body.
Right. It's also
not illegal to run.
And then he just wanted to mow my yard.
It's not illegal to be on an escort site. It's not illegal to advertise yourself on one. They can't prove that you're having sex. So she knows they have those photos of her in that jersey on the site.
Damn.
And she wore them in the interview.
Just taunting you.
So the other note there, a lot of the police officers and their spouses were spending time at their house. They were all having sex.
Yeah.
And this woman in particular was like an escort. Her husband is cool with it. Yeah. And he will let his coworker or subordinate cop come over and plow his wife for mowing the yard. Like, he doesn't have to pay.
Well, he doesn't want to do the yard work. I could see that.
You don't want to edge and
trim
the bushes.
You know how hot it gets out there?
As it were. Yeah. So they really have a great scheme going on here. And like, apparently lots of the cops are involved, and that they're all kind of hanging out over there.
Yeah.
And there's some, now there's extortion, perhaps, because they all have info on each other.
Where do we have to move? Godley? How far is that?
It's like out southwest way, the Cleburne.
Well, now I got to know, Miss Long, Utah Curls that broke all this story. Where did she get wronged, and how did she find out? And I need to know, because it's a small town. And if everybody's involved with it, like, that doesn't shock me at all.
She probably knows because her husband...
That's exactly what I think it is. She found out because someone that she likes or
somebody's
she knows.
husband was with that prostitute. And
or just like, if, you know, it doesn't even take that.
Small town.
It doesn't even take that. Women just don't like another woman. If like another woman shows up who's hot, they're like, what the fuck is this? Who's this bitch?
Yeah.
Where'd she get her money?
Let's look into her.
Dude, like in Southlake, I remember telling you, in retrospect, all the women who knew the lady who was working for the Wall Street, like dollar store Epstein, she was living in Southlake, all of them were like, yeah, we were always kind of like, where are they getting this money? Like, obviously people in Southlake have money, but you at least have some idea. And they would ask, and like, and that's the same thing here, is they would say, this couple owns a bunch of businesses. You know, but
Real estate.
We're never really hearing too much about exactly what it was.
Yeah.
And then they, you know, ran her email through enough search engines. Well, they've all been suing each other back and forth over, I think, well, we probably don't have to play the rest of it, but the gist of it is there are also allegations, and I think probably some evidence that the police chief her and her husband were compiling all kinds of evidence on private citizens using the the criminal,
like
their database.
Yeah, the search engine that
like
has
violating warrants. Like they were just searching stuff on people and things that they didn't have access to without a court order to try to compile like compromat and hit lists on people within like their enemies in the community, and that this information was on the phones they seized. So yeah, quite
There's
a story.
so much
dude.
going on. Yeah.
Quite a story for Godley, no less. I mean, and then of course, like I see this woman show up, and I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me
that she's wearing that.
You got to be kidding.
No,
Just that.
or your friend?
Yes, but that
yeah.
one, really all of it. But yes, just
I-
to see like someone you went to high school with that. We didn't have Facebook then, but if like they could have been a Facebook posting type person in high school, they were. And you're like, wow, you made it to the big leagues. Good for you. We'll end with a good one, a positive one. Down in Williamson County, which is the last final boss you have to get to when transporting weed down to Austin.
So you've heard?
Because you just got to get through Georgetown and Williamson County. Once you're in Travis County, Dan, as you might expect, the laws are much different.
What do you mean?
You're in Austin, Travis County. The laws regarding possession of marijuana in Travis County
are lax,
way different than Williamson's County in their neighboring. You just pass through one, you're like, just fingers crossed.
But if you live down there and you're you
know.
You know that. Okay.
On March 25th, animal control officers brought a cat to the Williamson County Regional Animal Shelter. This cat had a microchip. They used that info to reach out to the owner. They reunite Kit Kat with its owner after 5 years apart.
Wow.
How far away?
Not that far.
It's not a homeward bound
Where was
situation.
Like the next neighborhood over?
Yeah, it wasn't. I think it was in the same city. But still, 5 years.
This is like Elizabeth Smart.
The Elizabeth Smart of cats.
They've
Kit
got a
Kat.
new cat already. They've moved on.
That new cat's like, who is this?
Yeah.
Why are they here?
All right, there's your news.
Oh.
The Dumb Zone News.
Don't even know anymore.
Like and subscribe.
That was a good news.
Orthopedic Associates offers a full spectrum
That's why
of
he was late.
musculoskeletal care.
That is why. That's a producer. You know why.
Happy birthday. Thank you.
He sees the whole field.
You think you know me? Sponsor for viewer mail birthdays? Oh, Factor Meals.
Oh, hell yeah.
Love me some Factor Meals.
Yeah, it's not only settling the whole what are we going to eat, what are we going to cook, it's settling the are we going to cook, period. You don't have to cook at all. They're just going to deliver the meals right to your doorstep, couple minutes in the microwave, and you're good to go. I got way healthier when I was eating Factor. The vegetables are actually really, really good. That was a
you're
big
not
thing
a
for me.
vegetable guy.
I'm not, but they had great vegetables. So if you want to make this easy, remove the guesswork out of dinner, remove the trip to the grocery store, the debate, the arguments even. It's factormeals.com/dumbzone50 off. Dumbzone 50 off. Get you 50% off and free daily greens per box with new subscription only while supplies last until 9/27/2026. See website for more detail. Those are not claimers, but disclaimers.
Okay. Viewer mail birthdays. Dear Commodore of the Cooch, geez, has it already been 2 years since I visited the den without Blake, but with Hot Michael? It was right after the eclipse, and Dan was infatuated about an ex-girlfriend of mine, while Jake was extremely polite. Has Big Jake ever worn my F.O. and die pin that I got at Tech in January of 82? I am 64 today.
Sick.
Movie TV bits. Ask Clayton. When someone is pointing a Glock pistol at a person and says something like, I'm serious, and then you hear a click, insinuating they have pulled the hammer back on the pistol. But a Glock does not have a cocking hammer. It has an internal striker.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah, I don't.
God, it's Bucky's in Texas and the internal striker of the Glock 9mm. No,
it's
dude,
a
I don't have
striker fire pistol.
All right, I don't know.
And the fact that you pull a hammer back on any semi-automatic firearm in a movie is the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah, I mean, that's the point, right? It's automatically
Yeah.
firing the hammer.
Even if it's a 1911, you rack the slide, you're racking the hammer.
You don't have to tell him.
That's from Kenton Sassman.
Damn, that's a baller name.
Sassman.
Kenton.
Yeah, he says right after the eclipse, yes, yesterday, I still do today in history, I get it prepared. Yesterday was the anniversary of the eclipse.
Sweet.
What up, Scrows? It is my tall ginger friend Tanner Hutz Cooper Flag birthday.
Oh my God.
I'm sure he wasn't woken up in that special way, Sam Kinison voice, because he's married!
Nice.
His leaders are Sean Bass thinking about the burning flag,
Yeah.
Hillary Duff's dump truck,
Yep.
and a good cocky sniff. Pick attached, foul up 3, punt when the game flow dictates from Landry Atkinson.
Those are me boys.
Dear Mussolini of
Happy
the
birthday,
Bikini
Tanner.
Sushimi.
That's a good one.
Sending you this beautiful birthday email on Business Wednesday for Thursday. It is my Jeff Heath birthday.
38.
My leaders are Tiny Baby Blake saying musculoskeletal and Jake's cockatoo laugh. I once served Jake a hamburger at Offsite Kitchen.
Damn.
Probably
R.I.P. Rest in power. That place.
Probably 2016-ish, so Jake was probably hammered.
Yeah, just hammered all the time. It's just never.
I'm attaching a picture of my hot piece girlfriend to help grease the wheel. I'm also plugging a comedy show I am doing the night of my birthday at Guitars and Growlers in Richardson.
Wow.
My life goal right now is to be a part of the Dumb Zone comedy landscape as an opener for any of you guys' esteemed regional comics. Always punt on 1st and goal just to see how the defense reacts.
You're gathering data, you know? You're trying to make them put it on film.
That's from Mark R.
When's his event? Tonight?
Tonight.
Or was it last night?
Well, he says tonight.
Okay.
4/9 at Guitars and Growlers in Richardson. So if you want to go see a listener of ours.
I'm looking at it right here.
Mark R.
Mark Renda. Okay.
Hello, Mr. Dan. It is my future Maverick Kevin Love's birthday. Boy, that's
God
a good one,
bless.
bro. That's a good one.
The 42.
Was. Cleveland, he was 0?
My wife did not wake me up in that special way because Pakistani women don't do those types of things. I've attached a picture of said wife. I hope she is good enough for you, even though she is not Indian, but close enough.
Jeez, yeah, they famously get along too, right?
Yeah.
Jeez, that's
Besties.
And?
Huh?
And?
Yeah, rate it up.
You
big
approve?
dog.
Oh, of course, yeah. My leaders are the 2 most important women in your life. One, your wife for thanking you for telling her that you might be adopting a monkey, and your mom because not getting the Browns a new stadium. Okay, I'm not reading well. I asked for Jake to tell the story of the couple who stayed at his Airbnb and how he had to break the news to their daughter.
Well, it's a longin', but some people were staying there. There was a mother and her friends and a daughter, and the mom was probably in her 50s. The daughter was early 20s, and after the daughter went to bed, the mom and her friend decided to eat each other out while one of their husbands pleasured himself off to the side. Now, this is their business. It was private property, but that part of the property was fully exposed to the front and back doors of several other properties. They photographed it, and then 80-something-year-old woman who lives not far from Godley in Granbury called me the next day and said there was some sex happening in your yard. And I said, I don't believe it.
So
You're pointing out that
if you're saying you don't at your Airbnb, if you want to like be behind closed doors and go to the seafood buffet, you
have to assume. I just assume,
guys, ladies.
I think it's best to assume that if you want to say worst, and then just get comfortable with that. So you don't
because it's an Airbnb. It's probably seedier sex than you have.
And people have hit us up being like, "Hey, it's me and 16 of my guy friends." I'm like, "It's not that big of a house, fellas. Feels like an orgy." And it probably is. And I don't care.
That's why you got to lie about how many people are going to be in your party. I always do.
You have to assume that whatever has happened. But you can't be doing it where everybody can see it at a rental, I would think.
Well, where's the juice? Where's the juice of that?
And that's a great point.
You know?
There was a floodlight
day one.
On these people where they were. Like, it's not, think of like a dock of a lake. Like the brightest place you've ever been when you stand underneath the light at a lake. And you're like, Jesus Christ.
So
that's where they were.
Was the daughter inside? And were there like, I'm trying to remember.
She was asleep.
She was asleep inside, but were there grandkids inside too?
Asleep.
Okay.
The mom had there was a baby there that the mom was tending to. She's like, nobody was up. My daughter's
I'd like
6
to think
months
my
old.
grandma has never done that, but I don't know.
Man, I don't know. But also, grandmas are different now, Because, girls I went to high school with are grandmas now.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
They could be.
I got cousins that are grandmas that are younger than me.
This
Whiskey Tango, where we come from, folks.
This is from Z, and he says, for Jake, I'm a day one top 319 subscriber.
Thanks, Shoddy. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
And Sports Fuhrer, I am Jared Cowell. I'm a day 7 subscriber from Fayetteville, Arkansas. I turned 48 on Business Wednesday. More Soroy, less Kevin James talk.
Dude, it's all you're ever doing. Left, right, Kevin
I want
James.
more.
Soroy joining us tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
At the Beemans.
I think we'll find out tomorrow morning.
Well, because I have some Masters
bit of a
talk
drive.
I want to get into.
He demanded the Masters be on.
Dude
All right.
Perfect caught some strays at the Masters, and I feel like that's a story we should
Game Day
probably
Men's
be all
Health
over.
presents On This Day in History.
You want to call game day today?
Which one?
I was going to call the Louisville location today. They have 12 area locations, Game Day Men's Health. I was talking to Ty over at the Grapevine location just the other day, as a matter of fact.
He's a good-looking dude.
10% off TRT for life. If you want to look like Ty at the Grapevine location, gameday.dumbzone.com.
What if I want to look like Ty Walker?
Don't go to gameday.dumbzone.com.
Less peppermints.
No, that's a bad copy point, but gameday.dumbzone.com.
No, I'm saying don't if you want to look like Ty Walker.
I'm saying to Blake, that's, yeah.
Yeah, but if you want to look like Ty over at the Grapevine location.
If you want to feel the best you've ever felt in your life.
Are we calling him?
Straight up.
Yeah.
I want to hear it ring.
Bring, bring.
Well, I didn't want a sound effect. I wanted the real one.
Well, I don't know. I'm just here to help.
Is that you doing a sound effect, or is that real? God, that sounds just like a real phone. Did it just send us to voicemail? I heard that.
Thank you for calling Game Day Men's Health. This is Alicia. How can I help you?
Who?
Game Day Men's Health?
Oh, okay. No, your name was Alicia?
Alicia, yes.
Yeah, my name's Dan McDowell. I'm here with my buddy Jake.
Hey there.
And Blake. We're live. Hey. We're live doing a podcast called The Dumb Zone, and we're promoting Game Day Men's Health because we love Game Day Men's Health. Did you know that?
I did know that.
How do you know?
Because my boss, Dave, actually speaks very highly of you guys, and we get a lot of listeners who mention that they hear you guys on your podcast mention us.
A lot of hot dudes.
And
A lot of hot dudes coming in, right? Saying
your boss Dave is kick ass.
That guy rocks.
He is.
Is that Dave Fraley?
Cool. It sure is.
So what's he like?
He's great.
Yeah, you have to say that, don't you?
No, totally not being paid to say that.
So, so if we have a listener of ours that comes in there, mentions the Dumb Zone, what happens?
They get a 10% discount for mentioning that they are a listener of the Dumb Zone, and that's applicable to all services.
Oh, I thought it was just a CRT. All services? God damn it.
Peptides?
Yes. Yes.
God bless.
Wait. Vitamin B shots?
Yes.
Whoa!
Now, if I get 10% off the P shot, does it only 90% work, or do I still get 100% of it?
No, but still 100% effective.
Okay, so you give 100% of the shot, but 10% of the price is off.
You're not going to beat that deal, folks.
Correct.
You just won't.
Okay. Well, you got more than one person there answering phones. This must be the greatest operation in game day history.
It sure is.
12 area locations, but the one we like today is Louisville. Where are you located? Like where exact? Louisville's giant.
Yeah.
There's like over 1,000 people in Louisville.
Louisville is giant.
Yeah.
If any of your listeners in Louisville are familiar with the Twin Peaks in Louisville,
yes.
we're right next door to them.
You know, bros love Twin Peaks.
Yes, I've heard it's right here in scenic views.
All right. So by the behind the Twin Peaks, near the Twin Peaks.
If you're walk left from Twin Peaks, and it's right next to it. We share a wall with them.
Oh,
nice.
Okay.
It's in the same parking lot as Best Buy and Costco in Louisville, off of 121 and the 35.
Okay. And your name is Anastasia?
Alicia.
Alicia.
My name's Alicia, yes.
Okay, so people
I'm sorry
can come
about my
say hello
friend
to you.
Disrespecting you. He's.
Oh, we're just having fun here.
What's your name?
I'm the manager of the clinic, so
Hell
I
yeah.
will be at any of the 3 clinics that Dave owns.
Oh, wait, say that again? Dave owns 3 of the clinics? Or
Plano, North Dallas?
Really?
Plano, North Dallas, and Louisville, yes.
Okay. So you might actually like Dave. Like you're not BSing us.
Yeah.
When you say he's a good guy.
No, he is a good guy.
You know how they call the WNBA the WNBA? Right? Like women's NBA?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's sexist that they just call it the NBA instead of the MNBA? Like, would you be for changing it?
No, I don't think so.
Right?
What we're saying is
Jesus Christ.
Right. We think men get the short end of the stick.
They're
in
always
society.
trying to make us change something for you guys, and I think you're saying,
yeah,
what's the point, right? Women are fine.
I mean, the WNBA just locked in a killer deal for themselves and their players this year.
No doubt.
It's way too long coming, right? A long time coming.
Yeah.
We've been advocating for that for years.
Too long.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Alicia. I think she's awesome.
I think Alicia is great, and I think everybody should go to Game Day Men's Health in Louisville, even if you live next door to the Grapevine one. Because I'm going to run up to the Louisville one just to see what they got. Check out their operation.
Hey, thanks.
Come on by.
All right. Thanks,
Yeah,
Alicia.
Of course.
Great to talk to you. Say hello
Of
to
course, you
Dave
have a good one.
and Carolyn for us.
All right, I will.
All right. I don't think you will. All right. Goodbye.
That was fun.
Oh, yeah. What are we doing now? On this day, so it's Thursday, April 9th. On this day in 1874, Alfred Packer was sentenced to 40 years in prison.
Alfred.
1874.
Okay.
He went on a 5-month camping trip in Colorado with 5 buddies. He killed them all and ate them.
Damn.
Authorities determined he killed them with an axe. Got 40 years in prison. Was released after 17.
Fascinating. You don't think about that too much, do you?
Cannibalism?
No, just the idea that a lot of times it seems like now, of course, if you read like Bill James's book or these people have been around for a long time, but it seems
Serial
like we
killers,
generally
yes.
think of like, oh, the serial killer is like a 60s phenomenon. It's certainly a 20th century phenomenon, but imagining a guy in 1874 who's just like...
It's once our
Like you were too busy to be crazy, right?
But our surveillance of the public was better.
I view it as that's when we started discovering people were doing this.
That
type of person has always been around.
That's what I'm saying. Left-handedness also became more prevalent later. Yeah.
But there also is something too, you could make the case that like society drives people crazier. Like that now that society moves in a way that obviously people are more depressed, right? Like we know these things. So.
I don't know.
Well,
because you think them housewives drinking themselves to death in 1950 weren't depressed?
Yeah, but my point is
they just didn't have anyone to diagnose. They just said they're lazy.
It makes sense
take this
that
pill.
with it makes sense that with the more free time you have, that you would be more bummed. The more busy you are, like if you do nothing but work in a field for 14 hours a day,
that's why you've always said the slaves were happy, singing songs,
great songs.
It's great.
Just having the time to go
you
crazy
learned
enough
in Texas history
to kill your 5 friends on a camping trip feels like he was before his time. But
and he was
not.
camping. People used to camp too.
I think there is something to be said about what Jake's saying, where there's a they always say like murder is an expression of power over something, and if you're exhausted all the time because you're being rammed into the ground in the factory, there's no time to be like, I wonder if I would get like sexual gratification from murdering 25 people. There's not a lot of brain time for that because you're trying to survive.
I didn't even know guys planned guy trips in 1874.
Yeah, I think
that's really kind of what I'm getting at.
He's like,
here,
I hate my 5 friends. Let's go on a camping trip so I can murder you.
Like, dude, you guys aren't answering the text. Like, what are we talking about? Didn't that just be called? That used to just be called living. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Like, it seems really gay now that I think about it.
Like, hey, we're going to go to New Mexico. Let's just walk. It's 1874.
Right. Yeah. Like, that's just every day, dude. Like, these guys kind of deserve to die now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Like,
Too much leisure time.
No red flags.
Idle hands.
On this day in 2001, Troy Aikman announced his retirement from the NFL, not the NHL.
And it's a good thing he did. I know that's a harsh thing to say, but I'm glad that he didn't have like I don't know.
2 years, 2 years with Seattle.
Yeah. Or, I mean, in the case of, like, Packers fans, 2 years with Philadelphia. Right?
Oh, yeah. On this day in 2018, Senator Tammy Duckworth became the first sitting senator to give birth. I thought that was amazing.
What year?
2018. Does that just mean we elect olds?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
okay.
if we elect women at all, they're probably older. Because young women cannot be trusted. Power.
Yeah,
Okay.
because they end up changing the moon tides with their periods.
We're just so emotional. Can't handle it.
And this day, what a memorable day. On this day in 2019, Magic Johnson quit as the LA Lakers president of basketball operations.
I'm not going to be here.
Do you remember that?
Oh, my God.
Didn't he just want to tweet?
Yeah, he wanted to be free to tweet all his opinions.
And the funniest thing, because that means, all right, cool, we'll now really follow your Twitter career.
See this fire.
Since you need to be able to tweet. And it's always like the most basic, like...
Happy Easter, everybody.
A picture of a sandwich, and this is a sandwich. It's...
Yeah. It apparently...
Last night, Shohei Ohtani hit a home run and stole his 50th base of the season.
Impressive.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's not like
he's
an
proven
opinion
that
about it.
you can live a long life with HIV, but it will eat all of your critical thinking brain cells.
Right, because he was so deep previous to that.
Just watch the Magic Hour. It's basically like watching NPR.
Now, today is April 9th, this day in Dumb Zone history.
I think you guys have done a show, but without me on this day. So no run sheets from April 9th.
Oh, okay. Well, the one where Kenton Sassman was in the den or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
For sure, we did a show that day. I'll never forget.
Yep.
So, other birthdays today include Peter Gammons, 81.
He is a Hall of Fame tweeter.
He's still alive?
Nah, you would know. Because everybody would be like...
We will have a big, giant...
Yeah.
thing. Big baseball writer of his time.
Sure. I'm a fan.
Is he on the list? I feel like he is.
Raheem Mostert is 34. What's his list? Kempsman?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if anything, it's pretty harmless. Maybe just tweeted a porn link or something.
Yeah, we'll butt tweet on you.
Yeah.
Raheem Mostert, 34. This follows my recent fascination with guys who can have 18 touchdowns in 1 year. Followed by 2, 1, and preceded by 3, 0. Like whatever, but sometimes you just decide, this guy's our short yardage back. And yeah.
Yeah, not a good stat, but it does
just
look
a few
very
years
funny.
ago. He had 18 touchdowns. You're like, God, this guy's great. Dennis Quaid is 72.
Magic Johnson tweet from 2019. I'll be tuned in at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to watch the 2019 NFL Draft.
He's just TV guide. Man.
Dennis Quaid, most recently, I've seen him in a movie called The Substance, and I thought it was it's a comical movie. It's good. You seen it?
I've seen enough of it. I don't like body horror, so stuff like that usually gets me like, you know what? I don't think I want to watch this. Kind of gross.
Lil Nas X is 27. Jenna Jameson is 52. Lisa Guerrero is 62. Sports reporter at some point. Mark Pellegrino is 61. He played Jacob in Lost. Jay Baruchel. I've never known this guy's name.
Oh, Jay Baruchel?
Baruchel. Sorry, I didn't know his name.
He's one of the he's one of the crew, right? Mm-hmm. He's always been
44. This is the end. Tropic Thunder, Judd Apatow stuff, right?
Yeah.
This is the end. I'm saying
grew up with the
severely underrated.
Grew up with the boys.
Did he?
In Canada.
Paulina Porizkova is 61. She was an SI cover model of my youth. Cynthia Nixon is 60 from Sex and the City.
I think she ran for politics and got trounced.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so. I could have that. She might have been.
I think it was like mayor of New York.
Yeah.
Kristen Stewart is 36 from Twilight.
Cuomo destroyed her.
Elle Fanning is 28. Gerard Way is a singer. He's 49. Blake or Jake probably. My Chemical Romance. Oh,
not me, dog.
Oh, that's all me though.
That one missed me.
Love My Chemical Romance.
Isaac Hempstead Wright is 27. That is Bran Stark in Game of Thrones. And our Dumb Zone birthday of the day, Steve Gadd is 80. Why would somebody named Steve Gadd be the Dumb Zone birthday of the day?
I feel like I've heard this name before.
Josh Gad's brother?
He is Jordan Richardson's favorite drummer.
Okay.
And I once made note of that and had to look up, like, if Jordan Richardson has a favorite drummer, he's now the Dumb Zone's favorite drummer.
God. The sway that guy holds with Dan McDowell. Mm-hmm. Just wave a wand.
Yep.
Well, okay. I'm going to use that.
Born on this day, now dead, Howard Edward Butt. Who's that?
H.E.B.
The founder. Hugh Hefner.
Place that'll just give you tortillas if your entire family died and act like they've helped you.
Brother, you don't know the healing power of those tortillas.
They do so much for people, and that's what you've reduced them to.
Here's some tortilla chips. Sorry for your loss.
Barbs.
And Jake, born on this day, now dead, Eric Harris.
Damn. Yeah.
Dylan's friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dead on this day, still dead.
So he almost closed the loop. It's always been my dream to die on my birthday. It's kind of an autist thing.
Is Columbine Day coming up?
Isn't it April 20th?
Oh.
What, do you want me to die then?
It's always...
That's Clayton's birthday.
Well, not if he doesn't have that dream, but sure. I think it'd be cool.
Dead on this day, still dead, we have DMX.
man, in his day. There was nothing like it.
No.
Nobody had ever heard anything like it. Like, this guy's insane. Nothing made
Better
me
than
feel-
Young MC?
Not on Bucky's day, dude. Not on Bucky's day.
So you're saying I should have just known.
I'm saying you should shut your mouth now for.
Like, I told you were killing it, and then you just like came out with this.
Also dead on this day, still dead. Dwayne Haskins.
You know, Dan.
Who was living.
He's a guy. I don't know. We were asking you what you thought about him as a prospect. What'd you think of? Well, he had his own draft party.
Charge $50
at the bowling
And
alley.
that's what happened on
Now,
this day in
He
history.
is a guy who didn't make many starts in college.
Which is pretty important as well.
This segment of the Dumb Zone brought to you by Frankel and Frankel. Even if you die in a car accident, we could help your living family get the bag. Frankel and Frankel.
Boy, that's a great point.
That's got to feel good.
Yeah, knowing that they'll be there for you, fighting. Now, you're not alive.
They can't bring the body back, you know.
But just think of all that money her new husband will have.
God.
To spend, and then cut your kids out of the will eventually, if all is right. But yes, Frankel and Frankel, personal injury attorneys. They are the best. They are Dallas located, not just Texas, but they are right here in Dallas. Call 214, then dial all threes, 333-3333, and you will be on the phone with a partner, guaranteed. Not just some spare like Blake. So call Frankel and Frankel, 214, all threes, personal injury attorneys of the Dumb Zone. We have closing remarks here with the great Rachel Carter. What is your job? You say you recommend like pool companies and Trident. And
So I've been a mortgage broker. So
what is that, Dan?
Mortgage broker. So you're dealing with the real estate agent, and they're like, all right, you guys are going to make this deal. All right, let's take you to our mortgage broker. And the mortgage broker has 400 pieces of paper, and they're going to be like, you have to physically sign each one of these. And we're going to sit and explain to you what these papers are as I push them then over the table to you. Is that right?
So kind of. So that's at closing. You'll run into an escrow officer, and they'll have the 400 pieces of paper. But
oh, damn it!
So a lot of people think of it as like a loan officer, and sometimes we work at a bank or for a correspondent lender, which is like a mortgage company. I work independently, so I'll go and I'll shop with a bunch of different companies, like Rocket Mortgage, or I'll go to like a Loan Depot. So I basically take your information and then I go hunt for the best deal, and whether it's like a weird self-employed situation or stated income, but I also do like the basic VA, FHA conventional stuff. And then about 5 years ago, I went and I got my real estate license. So now I have clients where I will do both sides of the transaction, where I'll be their realtor and their loan officer. And then I have people where I just do their loan, and then I have people I just do their real estate. And then I have a team underneath me. So that's why I can be here today on my birthday, is that I have people that are kind of manning everything else for me right now.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. But yeah, so.
Is this team thing new?
Yeah.
Since we've met you?
I established my team probably early last summer. And I love them. They're great. But I've had an assistant on the mortgage side for several years, just because it really does help quite a bit, because there are a lot of documents to go through. So it lets me do the part of the job that I really like, which is teaching and educating, so that I don't have to do all the calculating of income and that sort of thing, which I spent a lot of time early in my career doing. It's just not exactly the fun stuff.
So you're here on your birthday to promote your company, or to,
No, I mean, y'all are welcome to follow me on Instagram if you want to. I'm Miss Rachel Carter on Instagram, and then My Texas Mortgage on Instagram. You're welcome to follow me. But I love the Dumb Zone. I loved y'all before y'all were the Dumb Zone, and I think I'm a day one. I think I'm top 500 subscriber. I actually paid for this sit-in, what was it, Blake, in 2024, but I've been a little busy, so I haven't really had time to take a whole swath of a day off. And so I I'm just here. I wanted to support. I always have a good time. I've been at some of y'all's sit-ins for the Cowboys games, but I tend to sit in the back and tend to be kind of too many personalities in one room can be overwhelming. And I enjoyed my slight, stabbing comedy in the background of that sort of thing. But I kind of wanted to come in and just kind of enjoy the day. And I'm glad y'all had me. But my last thing I wanted to say is on Jake's point about men getting waxed. Let's circling back to that really quickly. I do not think that men understand that women notice that type of thing and we love it. When you are getting older, and as someone who's dated older, and you take care of your ear hair and your nose hair and your eyebrows.
Hold on a second. I'm really proud of you.
For what?
I thought how old was going to be.
I knew. I was like, I'm going to say this and I'm going to speed past it really fast.
No, okay. Well, I counted to 3.
You notice how quickly I went to the next thing. But I think that...
Are you unwilling to share that information?
Oh, no. I've dated in 50s, high 50s. It's, I think, the oldest I've dated. I turned 36 today. I'm not shy about that.
But how old were you at that time?
34, 35. So I also work in a super male-dominated field in the finance side of things. So I hang out with a lot of dudes that are my age sometimes, and I just... No, thank you. So
You need a dude with a little money, maybe?
I mean, I make my own money, Dan.
Okay. No, but I mean, because you make your own money.
Oh, that
being
is
with someone that doesn't have money.
That is a much longer conversation. But I do find that there are some guys that are like, oh, I love that. It's amazing. It's great. And then 3 weeks later, it actually is an issue and they are a little intimidated by it. And that becomes a problem. And it's very frustrating. Dating in the modern scene, I think any woman, or I'm sure dudes have a lot of opinions on it too, it can be a pain in the ass. But I don't know.
Do you get, because I'm fascinated by people dating in the modern scene, do you get unsolicited wiener pics?
I used to. I think now anyone that follows me knows that I'm a raging bitch sometimes. So I will not stand for it. I think when people thought that I was like sweet and innocent and like just this girl on the internet that talks about sports.
Fire my wiener over.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
she'll be into it.
But no, especially when I was younger, I think. But no, now, absolutely. I don't. And I think that's another really common thing that people think is that I get hit on in my DMs all the time. And I don't. I really don't.
Are you upset?
Yeah. Do you want more?
I mean, not like all at once, please, because no, thank you.
But you don't mind an occasional hit on in the
No,
DM.
I don't. I don't mind that at all. I think that you have to know what you're signing up for, though, because I am a liberal. I think that's another thing that you want to talk about dating in the current age. A lot of conservative guys will slide in my DMs because they love the idea of dating a liberal woman, and then all of a sudden we're at dinner and we're talking about Iran, and they're just like, "Oh, you have an opinion on stuff like that," and it's very like, "Yeah, don't you?" No, I really don't think about anything at all. And I'm like, okay, this isn't going to work. So, but yeah, not to avoid the topic of waxing your ears and nose, Dan, but I'm circling back to
wax
that.
nose?
Yeah.
The inside of the nose?
Women notice
Have you
that
done that
stuff.
I've had it. No, I haven't done with
I've done the
I've
ear
had it
before.
done with like a electric thing though,
Yeah.
where she got up in there
Okay.
and it sort of like swabbed around.
I mean, I use
pulls
the beard trimmer there, No.
And that's all we ask.
Okay.
It's part of self-care. If you want us to look all our fabulousness all the time, eyebrows, get them waxed, get them cleaned up.
Do you need dudes down there to be all linoleum-y?
Linoleum?
Yeah,
no.
total. Okay.
There's no need for linoleum, I think. But being cleaned up, I
But
always
just a
think
little,
is very polite.
Yeah, the rough, or not the rough, the fairway, right? Just something that's well kept.
I think that's the right way to put it. Well kept. I feel like it's a sign of respect. Like you're just like, if I'm going to expect this from you, I might as well take a shower. Like that's nice.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, shower, Dan.
But also, I will say,
mow the lawn, do the edging.
Exactly.
And then come over.
But yeah, I think men, self-care, women are not thinking that you are less manly if you have self-care. Like if anything, we're like, oh my gosh.
Are you looking at him saying, man, that eyebrow, that between the eyebrow.
Okay, I think
that's not the between. You're forgetting. That's
you're just.
It's
what are you waxing on an eyebrow?
Underneath, it's the side, it's the top.
They wax all around
because underneath, like it looks like especially if you have dark hair, like you have like draperies on your eyes, and like There would seriously be times where you'd be like, you look fucked up. You look sick. And I would come in the next day with my eyebrows waxed. And he's like, what happened? I'm like, I don't know. Nothing happened.
My friends that do
it
makeup.
Looks different.
So as a natural blonde, I'm not a redhead naturally. My brows are naturally blonde as well. So it all blends into my skin, which is, I look like an egg. But the cosmetologists or makeup artists that I've been with on set, they'll do things like, if we darken your brows, it'll frame out your face better. And it's true for men as well. If you shape out your eyebrows.
There's no way anyone is listening to this.
But I'm serious. Like, hey, dudes, please clean your eyebrows up. Because women notice that stuff. And you don't have to be like penciled in and everything. But I'm serious. Dudes.
I thought ladies dream of being a natural blonde. Is this like the guy like you shaving his head, making me pissed?
Okay.
Or Skin. Jeff Skin Wade, I would always get mad at him. Because I'm going bald, you just go bald for fun and then grow all this hair back. So you're a natural blonde. He's like, all right, I'll just go ahead and be a redhead today. Oh, guess what? I could be blonde tomorrow. And then you can't say I dyed my hair because I am blonde. Like you're scoreboarding everyone else.
Oh, for sure sometimes.
Yeah.
But I like being a redhead too. I think it's a different look, a different vibe. And in being a redhead, you get creeps. That's the one reason I don't like being a redhead is because you get guys that are like, I love redheads. You know what they say about redheads? And I'm like, ugh. Like, I had a guy pet me at a grocery store once. And I was
pet your head?
Yeah, from behind. He like came up and he like pet my hair and he's like, I love redheads. And I was like, I will assault you in this store. Like, no, thank you.
That'd be a cool story to see.
I'm pretty sure he was like 80.
So the oldest...
It would have been elder abuse.
The oldest gap when I was ever older, younger thing, I was like 20 or something, maybe even 19. I was with a lady who was 33 because she worked at the restaurant I worked at during college break. And I thought, when we were together, I thought her skin felt pulley. I just thought, boy, look at her. It just felt weird because I had only, been with 20-year-old people before. I say people. You might just say, you mean dudes? I don't know. So,
progressive.
Anyway, when you're with this guy who's like in his late 50s and you're in your early 30s, you're like, whoa, that skin feels weird.
I don't think so.
Did anything else stand out like that?
Okay, it's going to sound funny, but like I have long nails. So when I play with a guy's hair, and I feel like as guys get older, even if they have a full head of hair, the texture of their hair changes. And I think it's got more of like so that's the one thing I feel like I notice is less about their skin and more about like the way they feel, like how their head feels. I think that's one of the things. And I'm like, it's not one of these young bucks that's almost like got soft hair. It's kind of got more of a wiry hair to it. So to kind of answer your question, then it's less of the skin and more of the hair texture that like that's something that I like. So, I think some women would also equate that to like silver foxes. That gray hair has a different texture to it. But I think a silver fox, I think guys that have like salt and pepper, absolutely. It's very attractive sometimes.
Well, happy birthday. Rachel wants your DMs.
Guys.
She's asking for your DMs.
Yeah, I feel like y'all need to do like a bachelorette and we can have interviews and we can do the what is it, the love game show where we have like 3 guys and we'll do the thing and I'll be fun. That'll be fun.
You'd be in on that?
Oh my gosh, that would be so entertaining.
You would do a date. You would do a dating game.
Don't we have
thing.
to take care of the senior citizen that we've been trying to find a date since
Who's
last
that?
year's event? The one with Amy.
Well, we got her a date last year. Now we're moving on.
Well,
we could do multiple women. It could be a whole thing. Not that I would date the woman, but like that's not my game. That's not my bag. But I think that you could probably do it as a
never a one-time
thing.
Sarah Hepelo type thing in college or anything, or no?
God bless, dude. I just forgot what it's like when
Go
you
on.
get around
Hold
a
on.
woman.
She's about to answer.
You're
right,
right.
But I don't care. You do. It's just.
Well, I don't care about Mackenzie Gore's splits either.
Ladies are not my thing. It's not for me.
Okay, I'm just wondering if there's ever a one-time like.
It is a spectrum.
It's not fair. Like if I had a one-time dude thing, like I just
did
blew-
you, Dan?
Homo.
I'm saying you'd call me gay. It isn't like girls. This is another way that girls have it way better.
They're
If you
allowed
had
to
a
be
one-time
gay.
thing, we'd all be like, whoa, really? Ooh. If I had a one-time thing,
We
girls
all-
and guys alike would be repulsed. Right?
I don't know. Repulsed is just a really funny illustration of it.
Like we'd all like gasp, be like, "Oh, Dan, never." But but yeah, women are not for me. I can appreciate a beautiful woman, but there's nothing about a woman that makes me go, "Oh, I'd like to kiss her." Like No, thank you.
I don't want to kiss her either.
Oh, but yeah.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you, guys. It's been such a joy being here, and I'm sorry.
Oh, I wanted to give you a gift.
Oh, wait. Oh, no. I was like, oh, God.
The accommodation.
Thank you. I've actually wanted a copy.
We have a box of them, and I just give one to everybody who arrives into our studio. I didn't want to say comes into the studio, because then this guy would be like, oh, come.
Well, it's just like I said, you got to get it all out. We give maybe 2 females every quarter. He's just got to get it all out.
Well,
what's it like to have sex? What's it like to talk to somebody?
It's like the dumb zone.
I don't understand, though,
dark.
where this is coming from. If you change your personality when a lady comes in, I feel like I still read the same thing. A lady comes in, you're like, oh, don't read Conquistador, the whatever, you know?
No, I think that's probably more when we're at the house with the old lady in it, right?
I'm just saying.
The old lady. But no, it's
got
crazy.
a problem.
Women have sex
You and
too.
I have had problems since this whole Buc-ee's thing, and I don't even know if we're going to do a show tomorrow.
Mike will be here.
Yeah, Michael sub in.
Oh, he don't care.
And he's very appropriate around women.
All right.
Yeah.
Adios, mofo.
We gotta go
You guys
before
can all
this becomes
suck
a zoo.
Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe and type for my name if you want to watch more of my videos.
Who got Mr. Hat? Not the guy with the best stats. Got to play with grit and fight. Let's see who got Mr. Hat last night.